What's good? Welcome to the Full Cup Podcast presents Breaking the Cycle. I'm Quincy with the questions.
Now we man Zeus Samuels.
My guy, Zeus Samuels. Definitely about to have another good night tonight. But y'all know what this is. We're going to give y'all them first 30 seconds to share this out. Go ahead. My boy Zeus Samuels in the building. Only nigga that can rock a cardigan, shades, and a top hat and make it look fly. What's good with you, my guy? How your week been?
Top of the night, not too shabby. He's not on our time, he's always on time. That's all that matters.
That's all we can do. Be love in the building. What's good with you? I see you, be love. He said every time I look up you on live and you on live.
You know, top players do it. When it's 2-1 in the building, we just gotta
Right.
keep it real.
Y'all see this exclusive brim I got on? You ain't gonna find this. You see what's going on. How you doing though, bro? Almost cut my fingers touching the edge of this mother. How everybody doing out there?
That boy shot.
Said shop. Stop playing.
That is cut his fingers.
You
That's
lagging a little bit, bro.
hilarious. Oh man. What about now? We good?
Yeah, it should be. It's getting better. It's like your voice is like choppy. Shout out to everybody
I
in the
don't know.
building.
What about now? We
Yeah,
good?
yeah, there you go. Y'all see it, man. Y'all gonna find this nowhere. You see them socks on the side, man. Stop playing. What's good with you, bro? I know we got some. First off, I want to play a song before the show starts.
Why not?
Why not? The song is called "Speeding." I think it's Kid Zoo and Jay
Speedy.
Blitz. Could be something special.
I know. I think I heard that song for like back in the day. But I thought it was Jake Sweat.
Jake Sweat. Sorry,
Jake Sweat.
keep sweat slow, younger brother. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get into this, y'all. Make sure y'all hit the likes, loves, and share this out. I'll definitely have a good show tonight. We got some good topics.
From what I hear, I'm hearing it's just a rough draft. You know, they were just in the studio mingling and decided to drop a little something for the ladies or some shit. Like,
Something for the
I'll be tapped
honey.
in with I'll be tapped in with Jay Blitz. You know what I mean? Like we rap a taste on it every now and then, every so often. He been missing in action lately, but I do remember Big Sweat Cat that he was trying to interview, and he had cut a record with Kid Zoo.
Man,
I
definitely.
never per se heard the song, but I heard about it.
Yeah, you sound choppy, bro.
Let me go out and come right back in.
Like you almost standing like in front of a fan.
Go out and come right back in.
All right. How y'all doing out there tonight? Hopefully everybody doing good. We definitely doing good, man. Doing our thing tonight. You know how we do it. Breaking the cycle. Make sure y'all start showing up for the show. We also want ladies to come in and give their opinion, men to come in and give their opinion, kids, whoever's up. B Love said, "Oh, I think it's your speaker too." B Love said, "Quincy Jones, the bed." He be up, man. They out of school. They be up living their best life. I can't lie. Making sure we sounding good to everybody. Making sure my boy Zoo come back in. Zoo Samuels, if you didn't know. Make sure y'all check out the Full Cup podcast. Also, all the days that we on. We on Sunday, Men's Mental Health. We on Friday, the regular Full Cup podcast. Saturday Night Slappers. Breaking the Cycle. Queens AF. We got a lot of branches that we branching out. Doing our thing. Also upgrading the studio. Y'all see the lighting is looking fabulous. Absolutely. Hold on, let me get my nigga back in here. He'll be pulling up any.
What about now? We good?
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool.
The sound is great.
Don't know what's going on, but sorry about the technical difficulties, but we got to work the kinks out.
Right, My boy Antonio Martin in the building. Make sure y'all check him out. Coley Cole in the building. What's good with you, Coley Cole? Here we go. So we're gonna play this song "Speeding," Kid Zoo, featuring Zoo Sweat.
I think it's Jake Sweat, if I'm not mistaken.
Jake Sweat. Sorry, it's a lot of names to remember.
It's supposed to be Cam Folks and Jake Blitz from what I'm hearing.
Talisha, I need you to bring me another cup. Something's at the bottom of this one, please, and also bring me some of that flower power.
I got mine tonight.
Here we go. Here we go, y'all. Speeding.
Got me in here fucking singing, yo. I don't do this shit. You caught me while I'm drinking. I'll give it a try. You know what you on me after this, though, right? You got me speeding to come be with you, come be with you. My body screaming, it's screaming for you, feeling for you. No more tears when I'm next to you, when I'm next to you. You ain't leaving till I'm done with you, I'm not done with you. It's much more to my do. Little tenderoni, her style spicy only. The way she put it on me, she ride it like a pony. This player shit is so me, I treat her like she owe me. She give all her cheese to a real macaroni. So even if I wanted to, I couldn't leave her lonely. She my lover and my homie, do anything for me. She called me her only, bony shinobi. Hit her with the okey pokey, then I hold her like a trophy. Puff puff, past the smoky, time pass, laughing, joking. Bubble bath, split splash on that ass, make it soapy. Keep everything low-key, just like a player should. Raise the bar with the ER, just like a player would. Haters wish that they could touch the status of a stylist. Good talents, bad habits, cut from a different fabric. Our styles match good, and you keep it old-fashioned. So every time we make love, I make it everlasting. Your personality could win a beauty pageant. Hey baby, here's my heart, you can have it. And please be gentle when you grab it, cause I'm giving you all of my love. And bad bitches be the meanest until they get beat with the penis. So just call me when you need it, and I'll meet you at the meeting. Swerving through traffic, I'm leaning as I be speeding to come be with you, come be with you. My body screaming. You feeling for you. No more tears when I'm next to you, when I'm next to you. You ain't leaving till I'm done with you, I'm not done with you. It's much more to do.
Don't mind me. I'm
We
just
got
over here
people in the crowd.
speeding. I'm just
We got
speeding. Don't
people in the
mind
crowd
me.
asking, "Who is this about?"
Oh,
We got
I
people in
don't
the
know. You're
crowd
gonna have
asking,
to
"Who
ask
is this
the
about?"
writer. You're gonna have to ask the writer. But obviously, he was speeding it to see what that thing was
Hey,
about.
I'm doing 80 and a 60 fucking ticket. Y'all know how that go. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Breaking the Cycle, man. Definitely got a good show lined up tonight. See, look. Okay, but look at the bottom of the cup. Man, if you don't get the fuck out of it and bring me a clean glass, hey, I'm on the show. We're gonna do it. We're gonna really break the cycle.
We don't
And
condone non-violence over here, ladies and gentlemen. Only love.
nah, that's what we do. Act right. All right, go ahead. All right, appreciate you. Appreciate you. Be like, everybody wants to be a part of the show.
So what we
So
talking
I got
about
a
tonight?
video. So the first one, I got a video. Got a
Let's dig
video I want
into it.
everybody to see. And we're gonna get into some other stuff, but I definitely want y'all to see this. Give me y'all
Let's dig
opinion.
into it like a graveyard.
Here we go.
What's up? You looking good?
What's up?
What's going on? You get in?
I need $250 for the babysitter.
You need $250 for the babysitter.
Yeah, most definitely.
I'm saying like
You want to go on
take
this
care.
date, right? You want to go on a date? Want to take me on a date? I
Wow.
need $250 for the babysitter.
Why don't you get in the car? Like, come on, you.
I can't just leave my kids
We've been talking about this shit all week
without paying
though.
the babysitter.
We've been talking about this shit all week though.
Okay.
So you ain't got $250 to pay the babysitter. I'm paying for the date.
Oh no.
I'm saying, don't listen. I can't give you $250 now.
You want to take me on a date to these high-end restaurants and shit? You can't pay $250 for a
I'm
date.
saying the money I got is for the date though. One for your baby. So why don't you have your baby daddy pay for the kid?
What?
Yeah.
So you only got money. Oh, okay. So then he should be taking me on a date then.
I'm
right?
saying. Well, I'm saying what you
So
want.
if he finna pay for the kids, then he should be taking me on a date.
Listen, we've been
Cause what
talking
did you
all week.
say?
I was looking forward to this, and you.
Yeah, I was too. But
$250.
babysitter, yes, kids got to get taken care of.
I could give you the $250, but
Okay, then what's the problem there? What's the problem
Because
there?
I had plans cutting
Okay, you
into the
should
date
still
money.
have. How's that cutting into the date money?
I'm just saying, like, come on, man. Like, come on, man. I was looking forward.
I understand how that's cutting into the date money.
I'm saying, like, come on. You should have had that shit took care of before I pulled up.
What? Okay, so then I think you should pull off, cause
That's how you feel?
well, we ain't having this date if I can't. Right? Cause
that's
what?
not my responsibility.
Yeah, if you want to take me on a date, it's
Okay. Okay. So
What you been saying? 250.
250. Not $2.50. Not a couple of pesos and a half a dollar. 250. 250 American dollars. So what's that? Two Benjamins and a Grant?
Yeah. And if you want to speak ebonically, then it's 250.
So this is my thing. Now, if I'm dealing with a chick, when I was single, doing my thing, and I told you, hey, I want to take you out, and you was like, well, I can't go out. I'm gonna need help covering a babysitter, and I was like, you know what? I got you. This was agreed to before. I got you. Say less. But for me to show up to your house, and I'm telling you, I'm gonna take you to a nice restaurant, and you saying I got to pay $250 before you even leave your driveway?
Yeah,
I only
extra.
got two words,
Right.
bitch. Please.
My two words after that is good. Bye. Take it easy.
I just start.
You
I
might
just
just get
started up
two
the car,
more
but
after that.
did,
Take
did
it
you?
easy.
But did you see? Did you see what he did though? You see, he reached to the back seat like he was gonna grab for some money. So she already kind of see this nigga as a sucker.
Right, right. But you know what? It's a lot of guys out there that'll pay that ticket just to enjoy that night. But not really understanding when you give a female or any person for that particular reason, but in this case, it was a woman. So if you give a woman like that type of opportunity and that type of privilege in their mind, they think that any guy that they come across is going to be like that.
Right.
But in all reality, every guy is not going to be like that with you. And you might just have some guys that might just have it, but they're just not going to just give it to you because they, you know what I mean, because they got it
B Love said, bitch Foot would have been ran the fuck over.
instantly.
Uh, B Love also said, I'm crying. This nigga want to pay, but she recording him. Kalisha said the whole thing is weird.
It stays for sure. It stays that particular clip. It stays. You can tell, but real shit like that happens in real life, which we all know that actually does happen. You know what I mean?
Right.
Hey, but you
Young
know,
Wise, Prince Jones, he said, why are those why are those type of women feel entitled for another to take care of your kids instead of the actual father?
I was about to get to that too, and then I don't know. I don't know. Like back in the day, it was more cherished. It was looked at as honored. Another man taking care of somebody else's kids. These days, a lot of women feel like men are just obligated to do that. You know what I'm
My boy
saying?
Alki Dash in the building. What's good with you, bro?
Shouts out to Alki Dash. But yeah, these days, a lot of women just feel like you know they just have to miraculously pick up where either the father left off or the father just never even started. They have to take that on. Now, I understand it. If you're in a relationship with a woman that has kids, that comes along with it. I get that. But in a lot of situations and a lot of circumstances, that man is going to get taken advantage of one way or another.
My question is, how many fucking kids do you have, and how long are we gonna be gone for it to cost 250?
50, right?
Question number one.
My thing is this.
Question number
My thing
two.
is this.
You knew you was going on a date.
Why
Why
wouldn't
do
you
you not
cover
have
it?
a babysitter?
Yeah, yeah.
You said they've been talking about it all week. So this is going into a question that we have. Love don't live here anymore.
Hmm.
So we really in a situation now. And I'm not saying that ladies, you got to go for a nigga that ain't got a job or his job ain't up to what the standards you think it is. I get that. Do your thing. But for you to show up to someone's house and they demanding that you pay 250 in order for them to even get in a car.
Then listen to the tone of her voice and the type of communication that she's having with that person. It's like more like she's forcing it on him, other than being like, "Hey, can we come to some type of compromisation?" It's not like she tried to like get a babysitter and try to work it out, but it didn't work out because she didn't have 250 to cover the bill. You know,
This is letting me know
she's
that you
forcing it.
irresponsible.
Right? Exactly. Also, let you know
You
she's
get ready to go out on
manipulated.
a date.
Also, exactly. All of that. You know what I'm saying? All of that. And then on top of that, it shows you her character as far as like how she gonna look at a man that's easy to give up some money. You gonna get taken advantage of for sure. Situation like that.
And then you called a brokey and you can't afford her for what she can't
But
afford.
exactly, I was just about to say that. But now let's flip it though, right? Not too long ago we was talking about how the roles have switched, right? Remember back in the day,
Hmm.
it used to be praised upon for, you know what I mean, quote unquote, and this is just from the rappers' quotes and perspective. It used to be okay to break a bitch, and the game used to be sold not to be told. But like once brothers put it out there, now it's out there for the whole world to hear, the whole world to see. But we all know, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just how it was for a lot of us growing up. You know what I mean? With that type of mentality. Now the roles have switched. You know what I'm saying? It's always been gold diggers, men and women. It's always been that. But now the altitude that the ladies can take it to, they got the OnlyFans. They got all these Instagrams and some of YouTube done turned into porn. Some of Facebook done turned into porn. They got little links and shit like that you can tap to and you know what I mean, get your money or whatever the case is. They milking it. But at the same time, how long is that gonna last?
And I'm not mad. Like
Me
if the
neither.
nigga is
Get
like,
some
you know
money.
what, I want to take you out.
Get some money, boo boos.
Here we go. I'm not mad at you. If you find a niggas that's willing to do that for you, live your life. I just don't agree with it. I don't agree with you. You know, you've been gassing this nigga up all week. Hey, we finna go out. We finna have a good time. You know, I'm finna take you out to a good restaurant because she said you finna take me to a good restaurant, a upscale restaurant. Why can't you afford $250
And the nigga probably
for?
had some other shit in mind after that. If you really got it like that, it's just not gonna stop at no fancy restaurant. You're gonna live it up and do some other shit too. So what if that extra two
Right.
fifty that she was asking for could have been contributing to some other plans that he had going after the date? Anything, but
But
point
I'm not.
blank
I'm not
period.
finna play with you.
Hell no, point blank period. Those are your kids. Now, if I choose to take a liking to your kids and choose to be around your kids and do for your kids, it's something totally different. But on the first date, what?
I don't give a fuck if it's on the 20th day. If I show up to your motherfucking house to take you out, and you saying the only way I can go out is if you pay for my babysitter. I'm already paying for you to have a good time. I drove over here. I'm taking you out to eat. You probably gonna want to drink. If you smoke, you probably gonna want to smoke.
Right.
Then what? You gonna want to go out? You want to go out and do something else? Oh, we had a great dinner. What else? You don't want the night to end, right? You don't want to just go. You know, you can go sit at the lounge, chill. Not to
That's
mention the
my
drinks
point.
you gonna have while we at dinner.
That's my point. Not to mention what I'm saying, the cost of the weed that's going to have to spend. The money you have to spend on that. And if you're a true pothead like myself, you're gonna be rolling them up back to back.
Man, don't get it twisted. All right, there, brother.
Yeah, yes, sir. It's Cali bud.
Yeah,
So
I get the coughing and shit when I'm allergic to the bullshit too.
right.
So, and then on top of that, where does it go after this? So what if he did pay for her kids?
Exactly. Probably get
Are we
half some
serious right
decent
now?
head. All right. Probably get half some decent
If the
head.
shoe if the shoe was on the other foot, would that be okay? A woman offered
Mm.
to take you out. She's like, I'm gonna come pick you up. You know, I want to show you that I'm on something different. She show up to your house and be like, hey, before we go out on this date, I need you to give me 250 so we can pay for the babysitter.
I don't even think women ever even heard nothing like that before come from a man. And if so, that would be very, very rare. That a man would show up and have some type of interference for that. You know what I'm saying? That couldn't make y'all go through the night smooth like that. You know what I'm saying? Some type of interference. I just don't see that. More than likely, a man is going to cover his bases and make sure everything is correct and legit, so he don't show up looking like no idiot. Especially if he slide throwing some
Right,
player shit. He's not about to
right.
make
And
no interruptions.
I don't know if this is a skit or not.
Yeah,
So I don't
yeah,
want to
you
say,
can tell. You
you
can
know,
tell.
you know,
You can tell. But
it's
however,
possibly a skit, but it's
right.
still real
However,
life scenarios.
things like that, yeah, things like that really do happen for sure.
Like, is this what we doing? Is this what's hot in the streets?
These days, yeah, because that's all that's being taught. A whole lot of ratchet shit is being glorified.
And then you call broke if you can't meet those standards.
But these are standards to the likes of women that are majority welfare recipients. Uh, they want the real, but they're walking around with artificial bodies, all these, you know what I'm saying, accessories, to go along with their quote unquote beauty. They don't want to face the reality. Like even with all of these accessories that you applying to your body and shit like that, it still will make you a 10. You're still a -3.
It those aren't those aren't that ain't beauty. Those are enhancements.
But
And I
sometimes
get
it's not even enhancements because a lot of chicks just make themselves look more and more stupid with these enhancements.
oh yeah. Sorry y'all, my dog in there going crazy.
He had a comment.
He did. He was like, hell no. Look. He said all I gotta get
He
is
said
some
he
kibble
ain't
and
paying
bits.
250 either. Yeah. He said he ain't paying 250 either, my nigga. You cool.
He said it's some bullshit.
Hmm.
And that's what I don't understand. That's why uh love don't live here anymore. And I'm not speaking of somebody being heartbroken and not fucking with somebody, not being in love with them. I'm genuinely speaking of love don't live here anymore for these type of situations. Like that, y'all
Exactly.
don't like
Yeah. I feel the
that's
same way.
is that not a little off?
Right. It's
Somebody
very
get the
so.
dog. Damn, sorry
And
about that,
it's a
man.
behavior. No, you good. It's a behavior, like I said, that is being taught and is being persuaded on people. You know what I'm saying? People our age
And
know
then
the
you want
difference
me to
between. Go
go ahead,
ahead,
bro. I'm
brother.
sorry.
No, you got it.
Then you want me to put my son out there in a dating world. I
Right. Or
100% guarantee she's gonna tell her son not to go for that bullshit.
for sure, for sure. You know what I'm saying? And then possibly tell her daughter the same thing. But then you got some ladies that will kick the super duper negative information to their kids or their daughters, and then wonder why their daughters come out with the same situation that they put themselves through. But you know what I also learned too in life? Some mothers don't want to see their daughter succeed past their expectations either. Or you know what I'm saying, have a better life
Ooh,
than how they had.
you know what? What makes that actually real to me? I'm not saying nobody's name, but when me and Talisha got together, certain people was telling them it wasn't gonna work.
Mm.
This will never happen. The way that y'all wanted to be, it'll never go. You're gonna be a baby mama. You're gonna be a baby daddy. I promise you. Like these were words that were spoke to us. I'm not paraphrasing or nothing. Luckily, I had a real shooter in my corner, and she was like, "If y'all ain't fucking with him, you ain't fucking with me."
You had a real shooter or a dope shooter? Or
A
both?
dope shooter. Slide, 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 and get close to him.
You're supposed to.
Make sure y'all check that song out too. But I just like what are we pushing forward? I don't want my son to depend on any woman's income. Now, if they come together and they trying to sail up the river together and they doing their thing and all the assets are going to that, hey man, for sure. Y'all putting y'all money in together and y'all got a common goal that y'all trying to get to. Absolutely. This right here is pure selfishness. The same way when
Very much
men
so.
do it, it's pure selfishness. You
Very much
turn
so.
you making these women that will be great women for somebody else, great wives for somebody else. Now niggas got to jump through a bunch of hoops and everything else because a lot of you niggas is doing this. It's you trying to get the money out of bitch. I mean a lady. I'm sorry, out of bitch. I said what I said. Sorry, ladies, if y'all don't like the word bitch. Deal with it tonight.
Nah, hell no. Speak your mind.
Yeah,
We
I
all
just,
grown here.
I just, it. I'm really on a path to where the hardest part about business is minding your own. I am. But my business is the young adults that are coming out of this house. I will never tell my daughter, make sure you get a nigga with a bunch of money.
Right.
Never. I will never tell her that. I want my daughter to find somebody that loves her for her. Now, if your nigga like nice curves or whatever else, hey, I get it. If you a beautiful woman, I get the negativity's gonna come along with the positivity. More negativity than there's gonna be anyway. But I'm not raising my kids to be like, hey, finance before romance. That is a prostitution quote.
Yes, sir.
And a lot of fathers tell their daughters that. They don't tell them, make sure you get somebody in college, they got potential. Nah, baby, make sure you get with somebody that got some money. I'm never selling my daughter off. Same way I'm not ever selling my son off. It won't have to be because I make money to make sure that this doesn't go down. So does my wife. If you know she's an executive right now, she done moved up.
Congratulations.
It's just it's weird to me, bro. Like, but I blame it on the men because, like you said in the beginning, we were teaching AOB, all on a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
So it trickled down to the women in
Yeah.
our community, and they were like AON, all on a nigga.
hmm Yeah. So I get it on a certain aspect as of like survival of the fittest, and especially if somebody is just going to willingly, you know, what I'm saying, give you something that could benefit you. Majority of the times, you're not going to turn it down, especially if there's no causing no harm in the middle of it or nothing like that. You don't got to
Oh,
worry
but
about giving it back, whatever the
we
case is.
that's what we got to learn though, bro. Everything free ain't free.
Yeah, very much so, and that's a hell of a quote. Everything that's free is not free. Some somehow, some way, it's gonna cost you. It might not cost you money all the time. It might cost you your freedom. It might cost you some time that you got to take away from your family or your kids. It might cost you, you know what I'm saying, your safety, anything.
It might cost you your life because you dealing with somebody that's only fucking with you because of the financial gain.
Right. And they'll go to any
And then
lengths to try to
forget
snatch
it.
that financial from you. Very much so.
Money is not the root of all evil. The love of money is the root of all evil. And what we saw, the video we just saw, was evil. No matter how you want to slice it.
And you know who gets hurt the most behind all of this?
The motherfucking kids.
Yes, sir. Which leads me to my next topic. I
Here we
remember
go.
my first show, good brother. It was based around, you know, how bad relationships affect the kids. And I remember how uh, some of this show was inspired by this conversation that I was having with these two sisters on Facebook. Now, while I was having these two conversations with with these sisters on Facebook or whatever, their argument was more over this whole situation with this particular woman that goes by the
That
name
boy
of Cardi
Yola in
B.
the building.
Shouts out to the Slam God. Now, their argument was more on, you know, just sticking up for the particular woman, which was Cardi B, this, that, and the third. You know, she's a celebrity, has a lot of fan
Hold
base,
on.
whatever.
Don't bring her up yet, shit.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
I'm ready.
Don't bring her. Don't bring her up yet, shit.
We'll
It's a lot that's finna go into that.
get to that then.
It's a
Let me
whole
know
lot
when
that's
you're
finna
ready.
go into that.
Let me know when you're ready to get to that.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely bring that up. That is one of the main topics for tonight. Let me hit some of these comments real quick. It's 1,000 of them in here. Let me see. Talisha said, "Love don't pay the bills." Right, it don't. Bills should have been paid before you fell in love.
Yeah. And
They shouldn't
hey,
be
and
in the
even
area
after
to
you
where
fall in
somebody can
love,
pay bills.
And even after you fall in love, you still gotta get paid.
Right. You know what's funny though? And the women gonna hate me for this. Niggas will fall in love with a bitch that never wanted to be with him unless he had money,
Mm-hmm.
but will not fall in love with the female that helped you build the bricks to the house that you have.
I actually love you. And you know the flip side to that? I always say this. I heard this from a pimp. Pimp said, don't go after the girl that you like. Like the girl that goes after you.
And that's what the
All,
women hear too. The women
all he had
say,
to do was,
uh, find a man that likes you more than you like him.
but look how backwards that is though. You might keep him around, but a lot of women trash good dudes. They really don't tend to go for the actual good pure men. They like the bad boys. But then they want to substitute, you know what I'm saying, some of the bad attributes to try to change him and do this, that. But you can't change it. Like once a person made up their mind, that's just who they are. That's what they're gonna be. Same
Mm.
thing with a woman. I tell people this all the time, right? Especially when it comes to women. If I met you the way that you are, I don't expect you to change for me. If you want to change because you see that like I'm not into certain things that you doing and shit like that, then great. That shows me a lot that you actually want to be around and you want me to, you know what I'm saying, fall more for you. But if I met you in a
B
strip
Love,
club,
what's not true?
if I met you in a strip
Go ahead,
club,
bro.
I can't exactly expect you to change just for me. Especially when this works out for you. This is what you do. This is what you love. This you got a passion for this. It's just not about dancing and making money. You know what I'm saying? Like you find a real art into doing this. So who am I to come through and just be like, yo, I need you to change this, that, and the third. I don't like it, this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? When I know this is something that you're passionate about. This is how I met you.
Hold on. B Love just said y'all up there talking crazy. B Love, would you like to come up?
Yeah, yeah, bring her up. We need this.
Let me
We
send
need
her
this type
let
of
me send her the link.
conversation, especially from a woman perspective. We need this.
Let me send her the link, man.
Bring her
And
up
then we
so
can try to figure
so
out.
we can wrap a taste on it. You understand me? Bring her up.
Yeah. Please, please. I gotta understand what are we saying that's nonsense.
You understands? We need to understands. You understands?
Weed.
We need to
First two letters
understands.
of weed. First two letters of weed.
You understands? We. I can say it in French too. We. Say it in French.
Oui. Yes, yes. OUI.
Bonjour. I'm international with my player. You understand me?
But be love, I did send you the link. Go ahead and hit it and come on. I want you to tell us what are we saying that's nonsense. Like honestly, from where we see it. Because we men and we see this a lot.
I just hope she come with more logic than emotion. No, men are more logical. Women are more emotional.
Not always true. Some of these niggas emotional as fuck.
Oh yeah, we mind about that.
But I definitely would like B Love to come on or a woman to come on that agrees with B Love. Saying that what we saying is crazy, it's nonsense, or it's not right. Like,
But
please tell us.
she's
Please
not
tell us
more
where we falling
specific.
off at. Because this is what we see
Yeah,
as
yeah,
men. This is
yeah.
not how women see it.
You
And we're
got to
not saying it's
pinpoint
all
out.
women.
You got to pinpoint out. You know what I'm saying? Exactly what we might not be um
What
correlating
we're not
right.
touching on. Yeah. Please help us.
So we
Don't
can
you come
play
on here with no bullshit, B Love.
so we can play the board game operation. Pick the
Hey, the
right
funny
bone. You know
part
what I'm
is,
saying?
what's crazy about that is I remember the song for that when it used to come on for the commercial.
If I hear it, I can start singing along. But how it start off?
What did it say? Got a Charlie horse. Operation. A broken heart, of course.
Yes, sir.
Operation.
Tell the story. Operation.
Operation.
Yeah.
I was like, that's
Oh,
some
yeah.
cold shit.
Yeah, right. Hey, nigga, yo, speaking of that, they used to be dumping on some of them commercials back in the day. On commercials like that,
Bro,
they had their little, you know what I'm saying, cut ins and little in your windows and shit. They had some dope shit back then.
I'm not gonna lie to you, this gonna fuck y'all up. Off subject. Will Smith has one of the best bars I've ever heard. And I know that sounds funny. Swallow your pride. Don't let your lip react. You don't want to see my hand where my hip be at.
Hmm.
Like, whoa, okay.
Will Smith like that?
Bro, on the song Wild Wild West.
Well, I would have never.
I was like, okay.
You
Hold on,
talking
Be
about the
Love in
one
the building. We're
you
gonna
talking
have
about
him
that
pull
song he
up
did
Be
with Cisco?
Love. The
You talking about the
lover.
song he did with Cisco?
Yeah. We're going straight to the
Um,
Wild Wild West.
that nigga was still dressing like he was in the thong video.
Ah,
How the fuck he mixed both of them videos together and he still like he looked like he was back in the thong video, but that nigga tweeted this
what are
shit
you
so
doing?
serious.
Be Love, what's good with you, man?
Hey, what's going on? Caller number 21.
Why he
Yeah,
not
come on
calling?
in, get comfortable.
Why he didn't show your face?
I just got out the shower, so I'm putting clothes on, but I'm gonna show my face in like 2 seconds. I just didn't want y'all to think I wasn't gonna come on.
Okay.
Okay,
So
we're gonna give you
what
some
was y'all
time.
asking me again?
What you said, the
Uh,
quote that you said. Let me go back and read it to you. I want to
I'm
understand,
trying to remember
and I'm not
what
here
part
to.
though.
You said what we were saying was crazy, and it was not true.
Um, just like the perspective of like, oh, a girl got to be hella on you more than you on her, and then Q, you was like, but that goes for women too, and I'm just like, why do y'all feel that way? It was something
Well,
so
else
that's
so
too
what's
that
so
put
I
out there.
responded to, but I can't really remember.
That's
so
what's put
I
out there.
think
So
I think it bounced off that comment that I had made about when I heard that pimp that OG pimp said when he said don't go after the girl that you like the girl that likes you. It made a lot of sense to me because usually the times where a good guy goes after the girl that he likes and feels like she could the exact one, he gets shut
Mhm.
down. Then it gets to a point to where it's just like when you still try, you don't want to get shut down, so you just don't even make the attempt. Compared to like other chicks that you know what I'm saying they not may like you and you might not like them as much. But those chicks that, you know what I'm saying, you probably won't even look at twice be the ones that will actually hold you down. And the chicks that you would
they're the
like
ones that'll take
to
care of
the
you.
ones that actually hold you down.
Okay,
Yeah,
I feel
those
like that
ones
should
that really
naturally I feel like that should naturally transpire, but just to have that mentality like, oh, I'm gonna make sure that Kelly, Becky, and Felicia like me more than I like them, and then I might start liking them. I don't feel like that's realistic.
You right. Be loving. You right. I want hands down. I don't have no argument with that. That's not realistic. It used to be to where people, you seen a girl, you liked her, you kind of start doing things, carrying her book bags, or so I'm talking about college shit. So we're gonna start from college. We're gonna say after college. You see her and you see her getting ready to get on the bus, or you see her and you just see her and you like her. So you
Yeah.
do extra stuff for her. You see her in line getting ready to pay for her lunch or whatever, and y'all at the same restaurant. You be like, hey, I got this. How you doing today? That's not
that's
simple.
called chivalry. No,
Yeah,
that's
that's not
chivalry.
simple.
That's not something at all.
And that's what's dead when it comes to us women. Now I can't say what's dead with the women. I can just say from the men, the way that we see it, we're always looked at as a meal ticket.
Always, you think so? Cute every man?
Uh,
Not every, not
no.
I'm saying always,
Not
most
really.
of the time. Not all of y'all. Like there's women that I can look at and I can talk to. I live with one, so I'm not speaking this as far as like me living that right now. But me looking on from the outside, looking in to what to what dating is, I've seen dudes holler at women, and I've seen the same females, holler at other dudes that had less than. You get
If
what
you
I'm
look at
saying?
society, I hear you, Q. If you look at today's society, that's the message that they're preaching. From the Krugers to the old heads, and I'm talking about the females, from the Krugers to the old heads and shit like that, and even like women around our age, they're preaching this type of message, and this message isn't necessarily pertaining to anybody older than us. It's mainly going down, meaning from our age down to the younger generation, and then the ones that's going to soak that message in the most is a younger generation. It's just going to keep repeating itself. Now, I had made a statement about, we can also talk about on the flip side how, brothers like myself, when we was growing up, we was constantly hearing, AOB and break up bitch, this, that, and the third. I was having a conversation with my older brother not too long ago about that shit, and to be honest, how that type of shit can affect you in the long run. It can affect you in the long run because like, what if
I
you want to
think
change your whole perspective?
I think
Actually, love another or something like that.
men made the type of mentality that women are using because
Hell
leadership always
no.
filters down. Men have
Say
made
that
that.
one more time, Q.
W-
Say that one more time.
Men have made the type of mentality that filters down to our women.
You think so?
15, 20 years ago, it was all on a bitch. Make sure a bitch pay for everything. Now a nigga be like, it ain't tricking if you got it. And a female expect a nigga to pay for everything.
Right.
Mm.
Now I'm
But
just speaking music.
but like I said earlier though, if a woman is so used to that type of entitlement and she's surrounded by that, all them dudes that like got money like that don't make you real. That don't make you genuine and shit like that. That don't mean that, you know what I'm saying, because a nigga spent money on you, he loved you and really cared about your well being and shit like that. That don't mean that.
But
But
it's
that
King
also
Dave
also
in the building.
But
go
it's
ahead, B.
also tears to this shit. It's like, don't be a nigga that you know you ain't really got your shit together, but you trying to go bag a bitch that's up and down the pole and shit. You know she got bread. Like, don't try to go after what you don't know. But something can organically come from that, but there are a lot of women that have that mentality like, oh, I'm not fucking with you because you don't got this, this, and that. Or, there's some men that are even insecure. Like, if they feel like they car ain't up to par, they don't want to tell a bitch, or they think the female gonna feel some type of way. So I really feel like it's the time and the era and the type of lifestyle that you live, because back in the day, it was supposed to be all on a nigga. I'm not supposed to be at work. I'm supposed to be at home taking care of shit. So as time
Right.
goes on, things change because of the music, the demographic. It's just America,
You know what
honestly.
they do? Just to touch on that, right? A lot of men back in the day that could afford to do that, and let their wife be a housewife and shit like that. A lot of men took pride in that, right? But then a lot of men took pride in that and got taken advantage of. A nigga go
Mhm.
bust his ass 15 hours, come home, and then find another nigga fucking his wife.
Ooh.
Shit
And
like
a lot
that.
of
You know
and
what
the
I'm saying?
cold part is and the cold part is with that scenario, the female would say you were working too much and didn't have
Yeah,
time
like
for
ain't
me.
that a bitch? Yeah, the most lamest
Like
excuse you can come up with.
I afforded this life for you. Jamie in the
Right.
building, my boy 50 Capone in the building.
Right,
Hey,
right,
But
right,
Pooh.
right.
a lot of it will go
So
down and
hold up, Q. So just to touch on to what you were saying, B, you right. It is definitely tears in this type of shit because you can be at a top tier and still drop tears. Does that make
Mhm.
sense?
Yeah, that does.
That's all types of entendres right there. You
Yeah,
know what
you
I'm talking about?
did. You did.
no, but it's a
Bars
gift and a
right there,
curse.
bro.
It's a gift and a curse as a man
Yeah,
to have
yeah,
a
yeah,
financial stability.
yeah. Yeah, it very much so. And love is a gift and a
Because
curse, my
people will
man.
play in your face. People will play in your face and be like, I really love you, but they really love the lifestyle.
So what about when
Yes.
it's the other way around? What about when the female
The
is the
same
breadwinner?
and
The
vice
dude
It's
is gonna
versa.
fucked
get
up
We
talked
on both
love
about.
you.
ends.
Right.
It's
Right.
fucked up on
Right.
both ends.
And the funny part is whoever is doing the using should be talked about. When you with somebody because of what they can do for you instead of what you can really do for each other, when you really
Exactly.
rocking with somebody and you love them, I'm nigga, and I've said this many a times on the show. When me and Talisha first met, nigga, I'm not lying. I had 6 pair of drawers. two pair of jeans, a couple of pair of shorts, maybe three or four pair of shoes, and anything else. Talisha built me up.
What you
Talisha
supposed
built
to
me up.
do?
Talisha is the one that made sure I got a security business. She the
Mhm.
one that made sure I went and applied for license. She was the one to make sure that when I wanted to go work out of prison, I could. Then I found more money doing security.
Mm.
Then we moved out. Talisha the one pushing. Even when it came to us moving here, I was like, "Fuck no, I'm never leaving Stockton." And Talisha from Stockton too, and she was like, "Nah, babe." She said, "You bigger than this." She said, "We can always come back home, but you bigger than this." She said, "You gonna go to any big city and you gonna win." She said, "I stand right behind you."
Mhm.
Hey,
That's
and
the
see,
that's the difference.
that's a beautiful thing right there. And see, that's what a lot of brothers want. Back to what you were saying, beloved, how like we can see something in a female, and we can see that's the same potential that that woman saw in this brother. We can look at a female and see the potential, but if we not gonna get reciprocated the same in return, as far as like just even based off the approach, even to want to approach her and introduce yourself and let her know, hey, look, maybe I can bring something to the table that you could actually want to sit down and enjoy it together with me. But if just off rip, they ain't trying to hear what we saying because maybe the way that we looking or what we got and what we don't got and shit like that, that fucks with a man's mind. You know what I'm talking about? So then it comes from, okay, I tried to fuck it. I'm not even gonna try no more.
But
I loved.
it
Go
goes
ahead,
the
you got
other
it.
way
But be
too.
love.
Like y'all
I
don't want no
want you
bitch
to
with
give us
edges
be love, be love,
missing.
be
Y'all
love,
don't.
be love. I want you to give us the women's side of it.
I hear y'all. Okay, so what side of it do you really like?
Like the way that we talking about it right now, how does it fall for women like that? Like you are a
I mean, I can't
successful
just
woman
speak
with a
for
career.
every woman
Not
because
I'm saying I'm talking about okay, so what I'm asking you is you are a woman with a career,
mhm,
also going to school. You have a car. You have your
mhm,
own place.
mhm.
Do you feel like niggas holler at you because they want the lifestyle sometimes?
I kind of feel like it'd be opposite. I kind of feel like I intimidate men because of I rap or I have my shit together and they probably don't. They probably live in two, three, four type of lives. Or I literally tried to date someone that stopped dating me because he felt like he wasn't in a position to take me out on dates, or his car was broke down, he needs to fix it, he doesn't want me to drive and things like that. So me as a woman made me feel like, okay, nigga, you lying. Cause nigga, if you really liked me like that, you will make it work. And I'm literally telling you, like, I'm not materialistic like that.
I was
I
just
don't
about to
we could
say
walk. We could
I
walk, we
was
could
just
catch
about
the
to say
bus.
that.
I'm not that type
Be
of
love,
female.
be
So
love,
for me,
be
You
love. Can
can
I
I be
tell
say
feeling
you
like
that.
it's a
something?
facade.
I was just about to say that.
Be love, you are 1 in 100.
Thank
Like
you.
honestly, like what you saying right now, honestly, everything that you said right now, and I can tell it was heartfelt. You are 1 in 100.
Thank you. Don't make me emo. Oh my God, y'all know I'm sensitive.
Look, it's the
Nah, I'm
vast
telling you though. Like
majority. Listen,
you know what
listen,
I'm saying,
listen,
what
okay.
you saying. Listen to
It's
what you
the
just
vast
said.
majority.
You,
Listen, Q.
I'm sorry, I'm
It's the
sorry, I'm
vast
sorry,
majority.
Samuel.
You good, Pop?
Listen
It's
to
the
what
vast
you just said.
majority.
Y'all both trying to talk.
I
Yeah,
know.
it is. It's the vast. I was waiting for you to say something. All right, look, it's a vast majority, right? That we're really referring to. We look, we know it's still good women out there. We know it's
Mhm.
still good men out there. It's a vast majority that has the world in a frenzy. It's the
Mhm.
media that has the world in a frenzy. It's the message that has the world in a frenzy. It's the fucked up shit that holds us back as a culture that has us in a frenzy.
Mhm. Mhm. Like for instance, I smoke weed, right? So the fact that I
Mhm.
could support that, that might be intimidating to a man I'm dating that can't always get weed. You know what I mean? Like,
I
and then
get that.
I might have my moments where I don't got no weed and I'm rolling up doobies, but you just like, damn, this bitch always got weed. Like, damn, you insecure and happy with your not happy with your life and your situation that you want to bring me down. So it'll make a woman feel like she's not doing enough.
I
Right.
get
And
that.
first off,
I get that.
them generational blunts is the best. I just want to say that. That's what we call them.
I
When it's, you
was
got a
sucking
bunch
the
of
pages.
doobies and you decide to break them down and roll them up, them generational blunts, when it gets sticky,
For
them be the
real.
best.
For real.
Mhm.
For real. For real. Yeah. So I mean, it goes hand in hand. I was just saying, like, I didn't agree with the whole, like, oh, you gotta like me more for me to want you, and vice versa. However, I do feel like, um, you could be talking to somebody and y'all might not like each other the same at the same time on the same level. So why is it a race or why is it a competition? Like, damn, I liked you all this time and then it took you all this time to like me. Like, if you really like that person, like, you gonna wait, you gonna stick it out. I don't know. I just ain't never been that type of bitch. Like, I'ma build my nigga up too.
No,
Like
be
how
love.
how T
First
gonna
off,
build you up.
when did you become a pastor and a cook? Cause you preaching and chefing at the same time. Go ahead, be love.
I mean, I'm very, I got a couple things under my belt, but like I just never been that type of female. Like if I feel like I like a conversation with a guy and I'm attracted to you and you got qualities that I like, but your shoes is leaning, they dirty and all that, I'm finna go cop you some shoes. Like, but I'm not gonna tell you in a rude way. I'm just gonna be like, babe, I got you this and that. Like, you feel me? Like, and it might be some things that he want me to wear that I might not be comfortable in, but if that's what my nigga want me to wear, that's what I'm gonna wear. Like, like I
Sorry.
just feel like it's levels to things, and I feel like we're just in a fucked up world and time right now where people do pass up opportunities with people because they looking for something that realistically is just not for them. Like I know I'm not gonna
First
go
off,
get no nigga that's
I
a
was not
P or a
expecting you to
dealer because
come
that's
on.
just not me.
I wasn't expecting you to come on and drop some of these jewels, and then to even say what you're saying, it's refreshing
And it's
because
crazy
I don't
because
see it a lot.
but I feel like this type of energy is not given and vocalized a lot from someone like me. So then when I do vocalize, it's like, oh shit, she really is like, damn, she really do have moments, or damn, she really do have relationship problems. And I'm very picky. You know what I mean? I'm very picky. I know what I want. I'm not gonna say there hasn't been moments where I just settled and was like, oh, okay, he likes me, so I'm gonna just fuck with him. Like, but I feel like time is of the essence. There's a person for somebody out there for everybody, you know what I mean? And they might not look like how you think they're supposed to look or to other people, but that could really be your person. So I just feel like people should
Talk
just
to them, B.
do them how they gonna do them. And if the girl does happen to like you or the guy happens to like you more than you like them, then just let it be that. But communication is key. I've dated people that literally told me like, I don't like you. You cool, but I don't like you like that. What you mean you don't like me like that? And I'll keep trying to press the issue like you gonna like me, but it just don't end up working. Y'all just be cool friends, you know?
That kind of goes back to
I
what I was
totally.
saying. Like, like the person that really likes you, and stop chasing the person that you would think that likes you but really don't. In the end,
You know what I got to say about that? Stop chasing the person that everybody likes
hey, that
because you
too,
getting with this
that
person
too.
because you worried about what your friends are gonna say. Like, oh man, this is who I'm with. Niggas gonna be like, oh nigga, that bitch busted. And these be the same niggas that ain't with nobody.
Thank you.
And you so worried about what your friends are gonna think or what your family is gonna think about the person that you really attracted to. You done missed out
Hmm.
on your
Your
boat
bookie
so
butt.
many times because you worried about what other passengers are worried about. That's on the same fucking boat.
I look at it like this: when we fucking, y'all not with us. So like, why am I so concerned? Why am I so concerned with what you think? Like you don't be like you don't get the one on ones. You don't. So I don't know. I'm secure with myself, and I can't date nobody that's insecure. If you insecure and you worried about that, then I just can't date you because everybody gonna talk. They talked about Jesus, so it comes with that. Especially if you date somebody in your city. Oh, she used to talk to wooty wooty woo. She messy. Oh my God, her baby daddy. Like that come with that shit. But you have a choice. You ain't forced to fuck with somebody unless you just settling. Like everybody has a
Mm.
choice. Everybody has a choice, and I feel like even when you do get in a relationship with somebody, don't just settle. When you fall out of like or love or lust with them, leave. Don't fucking just stay because this is what I know. Now you gonna block your blessings with somebody
See, and
else.
tonight we called up B Love and we are officially talking to Brittany.
Ah.
That was beautiful.
Oh.
This is really breaking the cycle. This is what the show is for.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we try
I
to
can't
find
see
a
the comments, but
solution.
shout out to everybody that's like watching or whatever.
We try to find a
Tap the
solution and
comments. You
not
can see
create
them.
more problem.
Can't see the comment.
They did.
I've been a
So
pick
now,
me before. It sucks. Like
oh yeah, it does.
pick me.
Right.
I was there when I was younger. That went out the window
Oh,
as soon as I got a, you know what I'm saying, grown man shit. That super went out the window.
you know what made me a pick me before? A pick me nigga, I guess. Because, they say it's about women.
Mhm.
It was sex.
What
Like
you
females
Mm.
mean?
would be like, it's the element of surprise. Like, it was certain things I wasn't supposed to have because I was a fat nigga. It was certain things I wasn't supposed to be able
Okay.
to do if I was a fat nigga. But I had you from when I first made you laugh. I already knew it. And then when you get with me, you get the element of surprise, like, oh, you're not supposed to do me like this. Wait a minute, I think I love you. And I'm like, nah, I thought, you don't fuck with fat niggas like this. So it was a whole thing to where even as a man, they wanted you to look and be a certain way in order for you to feel this way. With women, a lot of that sexual shit is mental. Because a nigga can have the best sex in the fucking world, but the moment that he do something that you really can't stand or don't really fuck with, that shit goes out the fucking window.
Oh my
I don't know.
god.
To a
Nah,
degree,
that's
you're right.
true. Nope, that's true.
I'm
Listen,
saying,
listen.
no matter how
Hold on,
good you
hold
fucking
on,
her,
hold on, hold on. To a degree, you're right. But now it'd be a lot of niggas that be fucking dope dicking these hoes and get away with a whole lot of shit, and the bitch is
right?
still gonna
But
do
then
it.
what happens? What happens when she gets off dope and now she's high off love? That dope dick don't
Right,
mean nothing.
Yeah,
right.
that's true.
A
That's
lot of
true.
women fuck with dope dick because they don't want their body count to go up. They familiar with this person.
So I guess that
He know
goes
what I
back to
like.
Mm,
He like the way I like the way my body move. He know the way I want to touch. He does this, perfectly. So it's the fear of going to deal with the unknown. Men too. Like, damn man, this bitch know exactly how I like my shit rolled. She
I
suck it
gotta
properly. The whole shit.
chime in right there. For women, well, most women, some women probably. I can't speak for all women. I don't think it necessarily be the
most.
body count. I think it be I don't want to start over. Like, damn, what's your favorite color? Damn, I gotta meet your damn. Okay, well, damn, do I want to start over? Hell no, I'm finna just stay with this
That's
nigga and
both
just stick
sides.
it
It'd be
out.
like that too.
That's
It'd
both
be like
sides.
that too, because I definitely be like that. I don't, and that'd be one of the reasons why I'd be like, I'm cool. I'm trying to be in an actual relationship because you like you said, you got to start all over, do this all over again. And then if those problems that was once part of your life comes back again, and then you can't really blame nobody but yourself.
Mhm.
But that's being comfortable with complacency. No matter who you with, bro, the relationship is constantly supposed to grow. Y'all gonna hit y'all stagnant moments. Y'all gonna hit y'all moments. Same way as we're growing weed. Sometimes the weed don't grow right and it look like it's sagging because it's not getting enough water, enough light.
Mhm.
Sometimes you too much water for somebody that needs a whole bunch of light.
Hmm.
Ooh,
That's
come
deep.
on. That was hard.
I'm being for real. Sometimes you too much sun for some people that need water.
Yeah, I could agree with that
Like
because
let's
I agree with
yeah,
that.
that's kind of what it falls into. Like you're gonna find a way that grows your your plant perfect for your green thumb. You're gonna be like, ooh, I know what to do for this plant. Now, mind you, I'm no longer dealing with tomatoes. Now I'm growing okra. I can't grow okra the same way I grow tomatoes.
Mhm.
Like so, it kind of plays into it. Some of it needs more attention than others.
Mhm.
And a lot of people don't understand that. And then when people grow, their need for light kind of goes away, or their need for water kind of grows away because you've grown a strong stock. So you don't have to water it, every day, but you still have to give it that attention. You
Mhm.
get
Right,
what I'm
right.
saying? Like I don't have to give you water every 3 days. Now I can give you water every 7 days, but you need more sunlight.
Mhm.
People go through life and we get this thing in our head, and I know I'm talking long, I'm being long winded.
No, you
When
good,
a
brother. You
tree gets
keep
to a certain point, it stops growing high. It starts bushing out. And that's because what you feeding it in the ground, the soil you placed it in. When it's a baby, when it's fresh, you got to do certain things. You got to make sure, oh, okay, water at this time, this at this time. But when that plant grows, that relationship grows, It doesn't need water at this time. It needs more light.
Mhm.
And that's where I think people become stagnant at. You treat this person like this plant. I'm not talking about men or women, unevenly. I'm talking about the same way across the board. I can't give if me and Talisha are no longer to be together. I can't give the new plant that I'm with the same treatment that I gave her.
I was just gonna
Because
ask you
first off,
that.
this plant's going to be grown. This plant's going to be grown because I'm a grown man now.
And
It's
see,
not
that's
coming
kind of
from a sapling.
that's bittersweet because it's like, damn, the one before you did this, and that, so you so scarred, you gonna like hold back and stuff like that. You don't want to treat me like this because now you triggered and you thinking about when you did this and that with her.
Hmm.
So I get both sides. Like honestly, it's unfortunate.
And that's
Look,
what I kind of be trying to give when we talk about these situations. Everybody wants to treat everybody the same. I can't treat Zeus Samuels the same way I treat Quentin Jones, my little brother. I can't treat
right.
Quentin Jones the same way I treat
Shout out to
Young
Clinton.
Wise, my son. I can't do that. It doesn't work that way. I have a garden of people that I deal with,
Mhm. I get what you're
and
saying because
that's
like
kind of
even with
where.
me, like y'all know I'm hella emo and sensitive, so y'all gotta handle me with care. Like shut your sensitive ass up. So
Right,
I get that.
Yeah,
right.
just a
But I still
hardcore
gotta make
sister boy.
sure.
It's all
Hey,
good
Zeus
anyway.
But I still
Samuels.
gotta make sure. I still have to make sure I give you what you need to still grow.
Yeah.
Okay, 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 okay. Is there anything else y'all would like to ask me or anything?
Oh, oh yeah, we on for
Just
tonight. We got another subject coming up.
Okay, if y'all don't
yeah.
mind me staying on, because I'm really about to walk to the store, and I feel like if y'all on the phone,
No,
I'm
you
gonna feel
good.
protected.
Are you
You
gonna stay
good,
on?
Sam.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay on. I'm gonna mute my
Yeah,
phone
shut the
until
fuck
y'all
up and
chime
stay on.
in.
You good,
You here?
Sam.
Okay.
But that's what I wanted to touch on with people before we go into this other subject. I'm gonna give y'all a couple analogies and then y'all can take them how you take them. I can give you a jigsaw puzzle with 1,000 pieces and the whole thing is red. Just because the puzzle is red doesn't mean this piece doesn't fit with this piece. I can't put this other corner on this other corner. It won't fit because you're an individual type of piece of the puzzle. You can be similar to. Also, same thing with a canoe. Maybe you're not able to stroke as good on this side. You're better with navigation. Maybe you're good at making sure that I have everything I need to make sure the boat gets to where it needs to go. Maybe sometimes you can row the boat because nigga the motor didn't gave out and it needs to get fixed. But it's still the same vessel that you in traveling. Maybe I'm going a little too deep for y'all. I'm sorry.
Hey, cause on game, I was gonna have to sit this one. Wait, Q. I think I got it a little bit.
Okay, let me help you out. Me, okay, you and Alki in a canoe in the middle of the sea.
God damn, not my man.
I'm just saying, y'all in a canoe.
Okay, we in a canoe.
The beach is east,
Mhm.
but your arm is hurt, and you can only paddle on this side and then paddle on this side.
Mhm.
And then when Alki's arm get better, y'all get to the beach faster. Then Alki's both his arms go out. Now y'all still going the same way, but now you the one paddling the boat because you're not strong as him with paddling. You're good at navigating.
I got you. I got you.
You get what I'm saying? Like so,
Yep.
it's
Teamwork.
at different times. At different times, you were this
You want to be 100 when the other person isn't 100 because sometimes being 50-50 ain't always enough.
And there's some people with
50-50 is
mentalities that it's not
never
supposed to be 50-50, like Q.
50-50 is never a thing. I
Mm.
Okay,
promise
speak
you,
your shit. Why it's not Q? Why it's not
it's
B?
never is because first off, you're putting everything into this relationship that we in, so it's 100-100. Now,
Exactly.
am I gonna fall short at sometimes? Absolutely. And we're
Mhm.
not even talking about money. Mate, what if everything went down for me right now and I had to collect unemployment?
Yeah.
If I fell off tomorrow, would you still love me? If I didn't smell so good, would you still hug me? Like
Mhm.
that's kind of what it goes into. We not basing liking somebody on that. We basing them for everything that they can do for us. Both sides. A man with a bunch of money wants a pretty ass chick that don't say nothing.
Mhm.
But what good is a queen in your castle that's not gonna be able to speak up? Listen to how Talisha speaks in this castle.
We saw with that finger.
Okay.
I'm gonna break it down to you like this too, right? If you come in a relationship or you come into anything 50-50, right? Let's just say you lose that 50 and you have nothing to fall back on. If you come into the relationship 100% and you end up losing 50, guess what you still got to fall back on? 50%. Now, exactly. Now, since it's teamwork, you take your 50, I take my 50. What we got, Q? Exactly.
50%. You should
$100
apply.
bill, y'all.
And it's not always gonna be what everybody got this crazy fucking delusion of 50-50 when they talking about people being together.
Talking
The
about
first
what
thing everybody
bills?
brings up is bills. That's the first thing
Okay.
everybody bring up. Bills.
Mhm.
If a man ain't paying 100% of the bills, he's not a man. So, and if a nigga say, if a woman ain't cooking 100% of the time and doing everything I need because she don't gotta work, she's not a woman. How crazy is that?
Where's Zeus letting go?
Honestly,
I wanted him to answer.
how crazy is that?
My bad. What happened now?
So I said, I'm gonna say it again. If a man goes to work 100% of the time and he expects a woman to do 100% of the housework and she falls short, is she less than a woman?
I wouldn't say,
If a man
The
supposed to go to work all
mm.
the time and he
I
falls
wouldn't say
short,
that.
his money falls low, is he less than a man because he
No,
can't
no, no,
take care
no,
of
no,
100% of what's going on?
no.
No matter how
I
much I
wouldn't
need
say
to
that.
work, I still need to come home, even when Talisha wasn't working. No matter how much
Mhm.
what went on, I still need to come home and give her a break.
Exactly, exactly. And that's why I said what I said. Everybody needs, at some point, you need some rest. At some point, you need a break. At some point, you need a breather. At some point, you need to just be like, hey, look, I gotta go. I gotta go for a walk. A long one at that. By myself.
And
You
the
need some
cold
me
part
time.
is being in a real relationship is gonna teach your punk ass that. As a
Yeah.
man, it's gonna teach you like, nigga, I don't give a fuck how much money I get out and go make. The same way, no matter how much money Talisha get out and go make, there's still gonna be expectations that have to be met at this house. The same way I gotta meet her with those. Now, will it fluctuate if she's working 100% of the time? Absolutely. But that means now we splitting everything that's going on. You don't just wash the clothes, I wash the clothes. You
Mhm.
cook, I cook. It's been a long week for you. You work extra hours. I'm gonna step up more at the house. And as a man, I'm still learning that. That shit don't get replaced with uh hair and cars and all the shit. Yeah, that's there. That makes it life a little easier for her. But what does it really boil down to? If we had nothing, we was living in a one bedroom house with two kids and the whole shit, we both going to work, do we still not hold the whole responsibility for our whole relationship? 100% of what we going through?
Mhm. So that's not 50-50. It's just 100-100.
That's 100.
That's the only way it's gonna work. Like, for the most part. You have to come in
Okay, I'm
100, I have to
asking,
come in 100.
are you 100% you all the time?
Not no, not at all.
So how can I expect anybody else to be?
That's a mentality that we want to have. Though. We don't want to come in here half-assing anything, right? You definitely don't
Mhm.
want to half-ass your job. You don't want to half-ass no performance, no first impression, no none of that type of shit.
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I half-ass the shit out of what I'm doing at work. I ain't gonna lie.
But you know
Sometimes
that you
I
got
have
it
that
to do
shit
it like that.
that I need to do here at the house.
But you know you got it to do it
Nigga, you
like
should
that.
have been. No, for real. But that's where it really falls into place.
Mhm.
I agree.
Excuse me
But
for
is it
just
supposed to be
talking.
like that when you married, dating? Like how
No,
is that?
no. When you decide to combine what y'all have going on, that's when it becomes 100% y'all. If you living at your own house and he living at his own house and he got bills to pay too. Now, if you go down and he up a little bit, he should be able to help y'all if y'all been rocking in a real relationship. But once people move in, because people we don't have it to where people get married then move in often. We don't
Mhm.
have that. We have it to where they be like, you know what? This is a business decision. We love each other. The
Yeah.
sex is good. We ain't really lived with each other like that yet, but we can work through that. So we're gonna make sure everything in the house taken care of until you live with that person. Now you like, man, I can't stand it. This motherfucker grind their teeth that night on us.
Oh,
It was good because we
dang.
was fucking at
Oh.
my house. Now I
And
gotta deal
that
with this
be the
shit 7 days
curse.
a week.
That be the curse.
Oh,
That be the curse.
when I came to her house, shit was already clean. Now, now we live together, and she was like, "Shit, nigga, I'm tired too." Come on, man, let's be
She
real. We don't have
she ain't
no
picked up that
more.
she ain't picked up that thong she took off since y'all first fucked in about 2 weeks. Motherfucker
First
still
of
on the
all,
ground like,
it
bitch, you
better
don't
not be
see
no
me?
crusty. It better not be no
Oh,
thong
I can't
sitting in the
stand
middle
that
of my
type of
floor.
shit. I can't
Now
stand that type of shit, bro.
some shoes, I get it. Or you didn't threw something down and you didn't did it, I get it. I
Nigga
can't, I
said the
can't, I
crusties.
can't.
Can't take the crusties.
Yeah,
That's
get these motherfuckers
hilarious.
out of here.
Right.
You said seen the link. Alicia, what the T wants to come on.
Ah, shit.
Oh
That boy,
shit.
She finna
she
come
wants
on?
to.
Yeah, she gonna
Yeah,
be on here
nigga,
in a
she about
minute.
to
She
sleep
just
on.
told me to send it.
Yeah, send her the link because we need to hear something from. That's my mentor. If y'all didn't know, so that's where
She
I get
about to
this.
sleep on.
That's where I get this some of this mouthpiece from T.
My nigga Q sleeping on the couch tonight.
Yeah, he is with that
Ooh,
B hat with that hat on,
nigga, I promise you.
with
First
them
off, this is what we
socks.
gonna do in my house.
Uh,
You mad? I'm mad. We got a fucking California king. You,
Hey, not you
I'm
mad.
not
I'm
sleeping
mad.
on nobody's couch.
oh, that nigga stupid.
Hey, that's some real shit though. Oh God.
With the head on
I'm
though.
not
Shut
sleeping
up.
on no couch, nigga. What the fuck is you talking about?
So what did
You
she
gotta
My
do
go
nigga
to the
sleep
said,
on the
couch?
couch. No,
my nigga said the couch sleep on me. That nigga stupid.
nigga,
What if she went to the
playing.
couch? Are you gonna allow her to go to the couch?
Yeah, she be back.
Damn. We want y'all to
She be
fight
She
for
back.
be
us. Like, babe, come to the
back.
bed. We want
She be
y'all to
back.
come get
No, I don't
us.
gotta. I don't have to tell you to bring
What
your
the
ass to
wait,
the
wait,
bed.
wait, wait. Hold on,
Come
wait,
get
wait, wait.
me.
Hold on. No, hold on. Let me chime in on this one. She said, why don't y'all come get us off the couch? I tried that before. It didn't work. You know what I'm saying? It didn't work.
He said, I
You
fucked
gotta
you on
put
the
it
couch and
right up
went back
there.
in the room.
Right. You know what I'm saying? That's hilarious. Come get me. Shut the
Yeah,
fuck
no, I'm
up.
not
Oh
coming to get you.
God.
You a grown
Shut
motherfucking
up.
woman
That's
that made a choice
hilarious.
to go sleep on that couch. So
Yeah,
you
this
mean to
is
tell me
go,
you didn't took
go
out the
sleep
chase
your grown
lounge,
ass on the couch
you didn't
then.
let up the recliners, the whole
Yeah.
shit.
You just gonna
And
let
then
me be
if you're in
mad?
the living room, the dog is finna come jump on there with you.
Listen, I would have took the couch
You
any
doing
day
Bruno
other than
sleep.
get out. I would have took the couch any day other than get out. You know what I'm saying? Until you've been put in them
I'm not
situations, fuck the couch. I'm out of here.
You gonna
I'm
leave?
not doing
Oh
that.
nah, you can't leave.
Nigga, when you getting kicked out,
Oh, kicked out. Okay, kicked out. Kicked
yeah,
out.
exactly. That's something
Q
totally
don't know
different.
about that. Q ain't never been.
Nah. I've been to the ringers.
Never.
I've been to the ringers. I wouldn't wish that type of shit on
Every
my worst enemy if I had one.
everything that I've had when I've lived with a woman, she came to live with me.
mm,
Only person
really?
I didn't go live with was Talisha. We went and got a place together. But you're not
Okay.
finna put me out of my fucking house. Matter of fact, The last bitch
No,
I
that's
was
just
with,
some
I
shit
moved
that can
Felicia
happen.
into the apartment while old girl was still moving out.
That's some king shit.
Mm. That is some king shit. Player.
Out with the old,
Like,
in with
let's
the
not
new.
play.
That's some real king shit.
Real quick.
Player.
They one saying hi, one saying bye to each other.
Nigga, nah, I mean, whatever y'all
Like
gotta say,
this,
don't
bye
fight over
bye.
here.
Go about
Yeah.
your business. Yeah, go
Skip
about
past
your
it in the
business.
night.
So
Skip
it's
past
a
it in the
quick
night.
inter. Look, soon as the light go green, it's a quick intersection pass through and go on mind your business. Beep beep
Go on, get the fuck
peace.
out of here. Hold on, Talisha in here. It's gonna be some shit.
What's up, T?
Already know. We
Talisha
still
with the
gonna
T
talk
in
Ain't
the
gonna
about
be
building.
no damn. It ain't gonna be no shit. Quincy,
Get
why would
Cardi
you
B
say
up in
that?
here.
Okay, I just wanted to know
Why would I say
originally
what?
what was the topic or question originally?
Q just
That
came
we was
over with
talking about?
the video, and then we just pretty much went off that. I wanted to talk about this whole Cardi B situation. We'll get to that in a minute, though.
Okay, I think
Basically, T, what it was Zeus said that somebody told him that a female should be on him more than he should, and then Q said the
No,
opposite.
no, 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 no. A pimp, a old school. So this how it was. An old school pimp. I heard this from old school pimp. He said, "Don't go after the girl that you chasing. Go after the girl that likes you." And it made perfect sense
You
when he
ain't no
said that.
pimp.
So, nah, nigga,
Don't
I heard
listen
it
to
from the
no
pimp.
pimps advice.
So, no, but nigga, it made perfect sense. Like the logic he was thinking made perfect sense to me. And then I was breaking it down because like men, a lot of men see like gorgeous women all the time, and they might take a liking to them for certain odd reasons. They might fit their criteria. But the thing is, when they go to approach that particular woman, that woman don't see the potential in that man because they probably don't have this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? That's going to take a liking to it's going to make them like them and accept them for who they truly, truly are. Usually, it's more materialistic shit. Love came on and was like, she not like that. She's a total opposite, which I already knew that from the jump. She didn't even have to explain that. But because of the vast majority and the media and the message that gets put out there, which has been out there for a very, very long time, it's to where like if the dude don't have all these types of resources and his finances isn't on point, he not fucking tall, dark, and handsome and all this shit. That this, that, and the third, you're not about to get even a second look. You know what I'm saying? So,
I'm tall,
but
dark, and
most
handsome,
men,
but I'm fat, bitch.
right? You know what I'm saying? And look, and listen though, even the ugly niggas is winning. You know what I'm
What is
saying?
y'all
They got
consider
songs about
ugly?
him right
Like,
now.
oh my god.
Man, like the ugly
They got
niggas is
songs
winning.
about him right now.
But look, shouts out to the ugly niggas. I'm not mad at that. You know what I'm saying? Like, get yours and get it while the getting is good. But the thing is, what I'm saying though is, resources, money, charisma, celebrity status, that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Can put a lot of people that would normally not be in position. You know what I'm saying? In position because they got all of this, that, and the third. When you got somebody that's genuine, really, really want to treat a woman the way that they feel that they should be treated and shit like that, good guys always finish last. They always get overlooked, which we all know. And
Tanya in
you
the
got those
building. What's good with you, A-Pain?
particular women, right?
Hey, Tanya.
That do all this, that, and third. You know what I'm saying? Make their moves however they make it. That's fine. Do your due diligence. But then they come across the guys that they want. But then those guys that they want, they don't want them. That whole time they was passing up Mr. Good Shoes just to go be with Billy Badass. Billy Badass didn't want you. Then
You've
when you
been
try to
hurt.
make it
You've been
right,
hurt.
and then when you try to spin back around the block to go try to find that guy that you didn't really pay no attention to, this dude done built himself up. He got the resources and this, that, and the third. He worked on it. Now you looking like old girl off Bebe's kids. You know what I'm saying? And body, you know what I'm saying? Just looking all crazy and shit like that. And you not looking appealing as you once was to that particular brother, but now you want him.
There's a
He
song
turns you
called
down.
"Memories Back Then." It
From
got
who?
Ti. Oh,
Kendrick Lamar
Ti.
and B.O.B.
Kendrick. B.O.B. It's called "Memories Back Then," and that's exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, can I
I,
can I say
I didn't mean
something
to
real
be so
quick?
long. Go ahead, Miss Jones. Do your thing.
The thing is that we compare real life dating situations to what's on the internet.
Mm.
And in real life, we know that there are way more women, especially
You.
black women, who support black men, who take care of, who help build black men. Statistically, black women choose black men more than any other race versus black men choose black women over other races. Black men statistically overall, if we're talking about single, not married black men, because there's a lot of black men who are married to black women, but they don't put that out. But statistically, single black men talk about and want and desire non-black women, while single black women statistically want black men and they
I'm
don't
not in
want
that
other races.
percentage.
So I
Can
will
I
say
say
this,
something
like,
statistically?
wait, hold on. What I want to say is that we look at social media and we make it like real life.
Yeah,
And truthfully, it's really, really not. There's
yeah.
so many black women that are with black men who are working class or broke. That is the
Mhm.
majority, because the majority of men in general, we're not even going to talk about race. Majority of men in general is literally like 5, 10%, maybe 15 at the most right now in our era, actually rich,
Mhm.
It's
while
also
other men are working class, higher working class men. So meaning that most black women know that if they get with a black man, he's gonna be working class or maybe higher working class where he make kind of, good money. You know what I mean? Like he can cover the bills, but it's some extra, like you gotta have some type of income for the extra money. He can cover the bills, but the extra
Yeah.
money to do anything else, you got to have income or he got to have a second income. So I think
Which
that
means he
we
won't be
get
on.
so tangled up in the money thing. It's just like if you're looking for a woman, if you're looking for a man that is gonna pay everything, most women know where to go. They know where to go to these doctors conventions, to these places where lawyers be at, and engineers and rich men and sports people. They know where to go. You feel me? And so I think that we get caught up in that, and we are like literally working class women and men who are arguing over money, when most are middle class women, they just want a man that's going to bring something to the table because they tired of
Man,
taking care of a man.
I'll
And
take care of you.
we see those posts, but they don't get passed around like the other posts, the negative posts. We see those posts where women be like, I can work. I mean, I have a career, I have dreams, I'm working good in what I'm doing. I just want a man to have his own so we can put it together and do something with it. But most men black men are financially illiterate. So when they get money, they think about what they can buy, not what they can invest. They think about what they got to spend instead of saving and things that they're going to do for the future because it's not taught. You know what I'm saying? So like we got to really look at the breakdown of the things of what we talking about and who you really want to be with. I always tell people, I've always said, find your person. Stop trying to make these for men these models that look good and got the perfect body and perfect face. Be what you want them to be if you know their lifestyle is something that they can afford and you cannot. Like Lisa Ray is a perfect example where she said in an interview, hey, I go on month long vacations while the average person could go on a week vacation. I go to meetings at places where I go to eat and they can't afford those things, and that's okay. That's not to say that you're not good enough, but it's just say that you're not what I'm looking for. And she ended up now she's married
you don't
to a
qualify.
man who can do those things. So
You
find
don't
your
qualify.
person. I always tell people, man or woman, no matter what race you are, find your person. There's men who are willing to pay for a whole woman's life and they don't care as long as she takes care of him. And there's women that are like, no, I mean, there's men like, nah, I need a woman that's going to be there and be a teammate and she works and I work.
Right.
Yeah.
Find your person.
Erica Nicole in the
Stop trying to
building.
make everybody your person. Stop trying to make everybody your gospel. Like what is for you and your philosophy is for you, and you find that person. Everybody is not going to fit into what you want them to be. That's what a partner and a soulmate is. You found somebody that agrees with what you want.
Yeah.
Everybody is not your person. I agree with that.
Mhm.
You might
We
want the
can
next
barely hear
person to
you,
be
B
your
Love.
person, but everybody ain't your person. Y'all can you hear me?
Nah, I couldn't
Oh,
hear
I can
you.
hear you a little bit.
Can you hear me now? Thank you.
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
My bad.
yeah.
He's foreign in the building.
Tanya said,
I
thing
agree
is,
with everything Talisha said.
Kind of
Tanya
silly,
said,
Jack.
thing is, if someone can't see past vanity reasons, they aren't truly attracted to you. Exactly. Hey, Erica. Do you hear? Aki said, I need my ROI. My
What
ROI.
is
I'm
ROI?
done. That's like,
Return of investment.
in a,
Return of
yeah,
investment.
Yeah,
yes.
that's what he's talking about.
Yeah, and exactly. And I get it. But, we
Or
talk,
return
like, let
on
me tell you
investment.
something. Let me tell you something. Me and Quincy been together 17 years. We'll be married 15 years in December. It's been times that we were not on the same page. It's been times where he didn't like, what I was doing or how I was being, and vice versa. When we talking about relationships, it is deeper than just money, but money does help the situation. Money does help that y'all not struggling. Nobody wants to struggle. Nobody want to be. That's why I put in the comments, love don't pay the bills. As much as we want to say, oh, you gotta love the person and you gotta, you know what I'm saying? No, love don't pay the bills, nigga or woman. Like, y'all
Willing
gotta
to
come
and willing
together and
to.
come with a plan and say, hey, this is what we're gonna do. Either it's on one
The
person to get
Zulu?
it while the other
That's
person
what
is
I
holding it down with the
said.
kids and the family,
Hey, you got
or
two
it's
real
both of y'all getting it. You know what I'm saying? That's the real thing. Like, no, we're not living in a time where you could just be poor and it's just good. I mean, some people, maybe
Right.
they do live like that and they like that. But most people don't want to live in a poor way. So if you're not trying to better your family as a man, and you're supposed, if we're talking about men leading the family, a man is supposed to have a vision for his family. He's supposed to have a provision. A provision means to have something that you visionary for your family, and you make it to where even if you die, they're good. That is provision.
Right.
Tell
So
him,
if
see?
we're talking about those things, that as a man, then you take it upon yourself to go get the education or get the training or build your business or do what you got to do, be around the right people to do what you got to do to make sure your family is good. Make sure you have life insurance. Make sure that if you die, there's a will. Make sure you buy some property or have something that you could pass down to your kids. You know what I'm saying?
That's for everybody though. That's not just men.
We're making these plans, even if you're doing it with your wife, with your partner. You're doing these
That's for
things to
everybody though,
make,
right?
huh?
That's not for just men. That's for
No,
everybody.
I'm saying, babe, if we're talking about what men are, if you're talking about what men are supposed to be doing in a household and running a household, and you want a woman to be
No.
submissive
So
and go after,
no,
you know what I'm
I was
saying?
saying, but I wasn't saying just that. I was saying, even if I was to make 100% of the money, you're not gonna let me run you over. You're gonna do something to make sure you making money off the money that I'm making. Correct?
Right. Yeah. If you're
Okay.
making
So
enough
you
money,
also
but
you also
if
gonna make
there's
sure
not
we
enough
have,
money,
but you're also gonna make sure that we have certain things in the house so I can go make that money.
like what?
Like, what do you mean? Like what? Like
Hey,
I
Hey,
mean,
don't
No,
but I
I'm
get
try
I'm
it.
me.
being
Don't
serious.
try
No,
me.
no. She's laughing, but I'm being serious. Like, what do you
Oh
mean by
shit.
if you can't want a woman to make something out of nothing?
Okay,
Ooh.
So
that's
you
not what
have
I
to
was. But
provide
I understand what you're
something
saying.
for the woman to make something
You
out
on
of
your.
nothing. I
So,
have that.
I get it. I get it. You on your bra shit. I
I'm
wasn't saying
not.
that.
I'm
That's not
not.
what I was
Okay.
saying at all. But hold on, let me
I'm
get my
not
poison
on
go
my
back in
bra
here because
shit, babe. I'm not. I'm not. I don't even know
that's
why you
not what I
said
was
that.
saying at all. That's
Hey,
not
y'all
I
what
don't
I
even know
said.
why
funny.
you
That's
would say something like that.
My stomach is
because
hurting.
that's not what I was saying
Oh
at
shit.
all.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, babe, if we're talking about women and what they want from men and they're trying to when I chimed in, that's why I asked what you guys were talking about and what the subject
We were
was.
talking about both
Because
sides.
so
We were talking about what.
if a
Go ahead.
no, I'm asking. Tell me.
We were talking about on both sides. We were talking about how it could be even. Like it's not always gonna be this way. Like when you're dating somebody, it's not always gonna be this way. That's what we were bringing up.
No,
We were talking
definitely
about
not
scenarios
dating.
on. Okay.
Yeah, definitely not dating. But
That's
if
why
we're
I said, is
talking
it
about
dating
long
marriage?
term, yeah, if we're talking about long
Yeah.
term and you're talking about family and we're talking about a man and having a family and making a long term, if we're talking about just having sex with people and dating, that's not even in the conversation. And I think that's a lot of times what people get confused is when you just having sex with people, you're not making a future with them.
Yeah. No
No,
You're
you're
just
not.
longevity is
having
coming with
sex.
that.
I agree with
Yeah,
you.
y'all just having fun. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times women get up in arms and up in they panties in a bunch if the sex is good, and now they want to claim ownership of the man.
And I was once there. What about it?
Yeah.
What
No,
about
see?
it? Not just playing.
No,
I'm just
and you
playing. I'm
can't
just
do
playing.
that. If y'all just having sex, if y'all just dating, it can't be that. You
Okay,
can't
well, when we having sex, don't be telling me
require
you want my
marriage
soul.
stuff.
Don't be telling me you
You
want my
Don't be.
soul when you doing what you doing. If it's just that, because women be
What do you
understanding.
mean? Don't get your
Some
soul
women be
touched.
understanding like, okay, this is just a hookup type of thing, but
Don't get your soul.
then they start catching feelings.
Take your
Wait, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
hear
we can
you.
hear you.
Is that me or Zoo's connection?
niggas
That's
louder, man.
That's new
Don't
connection.
go get your soul.
Yeah, that's
oh
new
my
connection.
god.
Listen,
Hold
I
on,
was
hold on a minute.
funny. I was just trying to make sure was it me or no.
No, it's not you. It's not you.
No.
Now we hear you.
I'm trying to read the comments in the corner. Okay, my bad.
They
But
said bra shit. It's Quincy. Because I'm like,
this
no,
nigga's
I'm not
cute.
saying that.
Because I was, but that's what you were talking about. You weren't talking about both sides. We were speaking of both sides and what's expected from individuals. Like how it's not always going to be 50-50. You know, that's what we were speaking on. I wasn't speaking on, oh well, women need to do this if a man is doing this, or no. I was speaking on how it goes for both sides. I wasn't speaking on, and
Okay.
what you were speaking on were about what the men needed to bring in order for it
That's
to,
why I
be cool. Don't
asked.
That nigga trying to make
I
sure he
know, but
not
that's
on
what
the
we were
couch
talking about.
tonight.
I got on and I literally asked, hey, so what was the topic about? And I just went on what I thought it was about. But I'm
No,
sorry.
you good. You good. I
That
don't want
nigga
no
cute. I
problem.
want to be on the
That
couch.
is
That
wild.
nigga dimmed
I'm
his
not
whole
sleeping.
shit.
First off, let's get that out the way. I'm not sleeping on no couch.
First and
We can sleep back to
foremost,
back.
let's make that clear. When that is
Shit.
clear.
Oh my god. I
We're not
love
sleeping
y'all.
on
Y'all
no
my
couches in
favorite
this house.
couple, Cuddy. I love it. Favorite couple.
No, Quincy had never slept on no couch or nothing like that, but he slept in the other
He
room
said he
though.
wasn't going. Talisha, you need to know that. While you was at the store, he's told us he ain't sleep. He ain't never slept on the couch. I said, well, what if T want to go to the couch? He said, that's cool. He said, that's
Nah, that nigga slept in the
If
other
she,
room. Don't let that nigga ever play you like that. That nigga that slept in
I
the
didn't
other
sleep on
room.
no
We didn't
couch.
been mad.
I
No,
didn't sleep on no
okay, you didn't
couch.
sleep on the couch.
I went and
Okay.
got in another bed.
okay, Q, you try.
I'm
No,
not
Q.
sleeping on no
Q.
fucking couch.
Hey, Q.
And
That's
it
not what
wasn't.
you
It
said.
wasn't.
That's not what what you
It
said.
wasn't
You said y'all
Talisha.
got a cow
It wasn't
king.
So
Talisha
bottom
threw me out of my
line,
bedroom. It wasn't
Teddy.
Talisha like you got to get out of here.
bottom
No,
line, you have to
Teddy.
relocate.
Teddy, you said if both of y'all mad,
But
ain't nobody going nowhere.
No, I said I'm not going to sleep on no couch.
But you been to a different room. T had to tell us. You made it like, nigga, you gonna just be mad, right?
you had to relocate.
No, and usually that's what it is.
Okay.
There hasn't been
I
times
Yeah.
where I've
love
been
y'all.
like,
Y'all
man,
my
fuck you.
favorite.
My nigga,
There
No,
hasn't
listen,
been times
no.
where I've been like, man,
getting
fuck you.
kicked out.
Wait, Zoo, you
I said,
sound
my
like
nigga, that's way better than getting kicked out.
Zoo.
Let Zoo be, because Zoo, when he start talking
You
and
hear
do
me?
that, but then when he get to talking, it
There you
gets
go.
better.
There, no, no.
It gets
He
better.
got to set
It
his
always
mic up
gets
a certain
better.
way.
Yeah,
There you go,
it
bro.
just be funny like that sometimes. But once he get to
Is it
talking, it
good?
gets better.
Mm-mm.
But
What I was saying was relocating out of a household that is supposed to be part of yours, or you got your name kicked out. I'll relocate. I'll go to the couch.
What about the
It
name
ain't
on the
no
lease?
big deal. But yeah,
You
nigga,
breaking up
like you
again,
had
bro.
your name on the lease, and you got are restraining orders get in the middle of that? That's ugly.
no,
I'm
yeah,
listening.
name on the lease and restraining orders is wild. That's toxic though. That's when it gets
Yeah.
toxic. And I think as people, we correlate toxic relationships with relationships as a whole, and we have to remember that all relationships ain't toxic. Even if you just went through one, that don't mean that your future ones are going to be that. Like, if you determine as a person, man or woman, if you want to be in another toxic relationship, because what did you take away from the last relationship? Did you say it was all they fault, or did you even say that, hey, I played a part in that and I allowed them to do this to me, or I played a part because I participated in egging them on, or whatever the case may be. I don't know. There's a many cases. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
You're supposed to
everything
be
that we
working
do, yeah, but in
off top.
everything
I
that
totally
we
understand. You're
do,
supposed to be working for the goal.
yeah, our next relationship or situation is supposed to be off of a learned experience. And in
Right.
in the era that we live in, we take our baggage with us and we just expect people to um unpack with us. And some people, we're lucky enough, we're blessed enough, they will. But a lot of people have their own shit. So now you unpacking your shit and they unpacking their shit. That's why I've said so many times, stop having sex first. And people
Now you
don't
gonna
want to
let me get the
listen to
pussy.
that. That's too
What
hard
did
for them to even think about, to even like
I
stop
don't know
having
about
sex
that shit.
first.
Right.
Yeah, no,
I
but
feel you.
then you don't want to be in that position, right? You don't want to be in a position where you like somebody or it's fake love. It's fraud love. It's
Right,
just good sex.
right. What you
Well,
saying?
let me fuck though, so we can work through that.
What?
No. Listen. I totally agree with what Teresa said because think of how different things was when we was coming up, like being kids and shit, and we had to wait for the pussy, or we would make a chick with a dick, which was very very rare. You know what I'm saying? But we for sure had to wait for the pussy. You know what I'm saying? That woman that we was dealing with at that time and shit like that. It showed us that it made you want to refactor. It made you,
You breaking up again, bro.
but now, yeah, these chicks. Can you hear me now?
Now it's going like choppy, like you got a fan in front of you.
Yeah, it just sound like a fan is in front of you.
Damn.
There you go. Be love left.
No, she there.
Huh? Just us. Hold on, she
Uh
coming back.
Alki said, I'm gonna read the comments while he getting back on. Tanya said, you can't take my soul, just don't lie. Norman said, God took my soul before anyone else could try. Elkie
Y'all
said,
ain't never had y'all
haha,
soul snatched.
uh,
Damn.
Alki said, haha, doghouse represented. Norman said, I'm a lion. I don't fit in the doghouse. Tanya said, if you in touch with yourself truly, there's no need to take the soul out of anyone else. That's true. Alki said, Norm, you just got a bigger house, lion. Jamie said, people expect baggage carriers, right? Tanya says, stop having sex first. Learn that person aside from the freak shit, right? Norman said, Aki Dash Pride, rock if you technical.
What
Aki
is
said, hell
sex
no,
first?
Abby.
What is sex first?
So sex
What
first
do you mean
means
what is
when
sex
you
first?
have sex with somebody before you even get to know them. Like you ain't
Okay,
ask
yes, ma'am.
no
She
real
answered it.
questions. You ask no real questions. Y'all ain't ask no
What's
questions
that in
about
the fish?
um y'all flaws, the things y'all been
It takes
through,
you
what you
it takes you
expect.
about a year to get to know somebody.
I
About a
wouldn't
year
say
or a
wait
year?
that long to have sex.
About a year.
Yeah,
Zoo, do you agree?
to have sex with her? To
Oh,
have
I'm
sex
in the
with a
Who is
person?
studio
that?
now. What's good with you, B? Hey,
Oh, Alki!
Who gave him
hey.
the link?
Who what? I don't know.
Okay, hey,
Hell no,
Alki.
They got
hey,
the Dutch man in
hey,
there. They got the Dutch in
yeah.
there.
Hey,
I'm,
bitch.
I'm up in here
Got the
now.
man in
Yeah,
here. I could dash himself.
it's getting spooky.
Oh
All kind
Man.
of
shit.
shit.
I need to take
Nigga,
a
we
sip.
got 14 minutes. Spooky. Once we clip this bitch.
Man, your mic in the Matrix, Derek. Real shit.
Yeah.
Nah.
Hell
What you
no.
gotta say, Alki?
Hell no. I got everything to say. Like it depends on the topic. Y'all going in between topics a lot. I seen something about 250.
Yeah,
I
we
seen something
do.
about man. Hell no. Love is love.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Mm-hmm.
So
all
what
I
does
got.
love is love mean to you, Alki? Like, what is love is love? What do you think that makes love actually like function and flourish?
Yeah, like when you're not too focused on like when you're not fixated on everything else around you. Like when you try to just make your family straight. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what you should strive for. Like you shouldn't even be thinking about like X, Y, and Z. Even though like men in a relationship, of course we're gonna think about that part. Like the but other than that, it shouldn't be just all money based.
Okay.
Well,
Definitely, I don't think it should be all money. I don't think anybody think it should be all money. But
Like
besides money, like
everything
if you
is
take
money,
money
like
out,
we all know that.
like
But
if you take money out, if y'all both got good money and y'all both paying bills and y'all got both, you know what I'm saying, on auto pay on everything because y'all got good money. What
you said
what
auto pay.
else? Yes, because you
I
know.
don't pay my nigga.
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
No, we
But
don't
what
know. Shit,
else?
I wish,
No,
I
I
wish I knew
do.
what that.
But like what else? Like what
She said,
else?
you know it.
Besides that, what else makes love function in a good way where y'all both happy to you?
Actually, like, oh, hold on, hey B.
Sorry. No, I'm sorry. The comment. Sorry.
B.
Okay, I'm gonna mute myself. I'm gonna mute myself. Sorry.
No, hell no, no. Unmute yourself and say why you laughing,
Go ahead. You got the floor.
cause you
My
might be my
bad.
thing in 2 seconds.
My
Like
bad. I'm
what? What
sorry.
you
Go
laughing at?
ahead. Go
No,
ahead.
no,
Go
wait,
ahead.
wait, focus,
What?
focus. See,
Yes,
I'm focused.
focus.
That
Focus.
I am focused. That's why I'm asking you a question.
Oh my God. Okay,
Oh,
okay.
shit.
You right.
Well,
You right. Go ahead. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm gonna mute myself.
no, you.
She said
Okay.
she said she was
When
laughing
the
at the
love
comments.
connection,
That's
not
why.
connecting. When the love connection not connecting.
No, man. See,
Be back in two and two.
we about to crash and burn. EP
This
No,
coming
sounds not
out
she
connected.
soon.
said she was laughing at the comments. Just answer my question,
What
Alki.
you what you
What makes
say? What you say again? I
besides
forgot,
music?
man.
Okay, look, she was laughing at the comments before. Money. Besides money, what makes a relationship work for you?
Actually liking the other person, not just based off of like lust, looks, and all that shit. Like actually liking a person and knowing a person. That's
Okay,
what
I
I would
got
say
you.
to that.
I got you. So like effort, like do you expect for your spouse to like love you in the way that you want to be loved?
That ain't gonna happen every time. Everybody got like a different.
Mhm.
Everybody got like a different idea towards what love is.
Mhm.
Right.
Like you just got to figure it out.
You gotta
Mhm.
figure it out.
Why did I know somebody was finna sing that?
B.
Mhm.
That's your.
Before that, what kills me
Okay,
though.
Okay, Zoo Samuels, we hear you.
Oh, and
okay,
Zeus
Zoo. What do
and
you think
Zeus
though?
Samuels. All
Zoo,
right.
what you think? What
That's
makes a good relationship when we're talking besides music? I mean music. What the hell? I'm sorry. Besides money, um, what makes a good like spouse for you and you for them?
morals, love, trust, respect, submissiveness. A woman being in her
Mm.
fucking feminine, natural aspect. I don't mind, like, a little sassiness here and there. I think that's healthy. But
Mhm.
just know when to be in your fucking place as a woman. You know what I'm saying? Let me lead. Trust what I gotta say. You know what I mean? Like, know when I need my damn space. Shit like that. Like, just know me in and out. And if you don't have a lot of money, we don't have a lot of money. I don't feel like just having money overall is going to totally bring you happiness. It's not.
Hey,
Not in all attributes. Not. But, if you don't have a lot of money, you can still be happy. That's what I'm saying. Because there's beauty in the struggle as well.
At 250.
Especially, and especially, yeah, that 250 crazy. That 250 crazy. You know? That 250.
I ain't
Hey, but
got it.
look, if you got 250 that you can spend, hey, go ahead and make that shit
Do what
happen.
you
But
gotta
if
do.
you're not,
I
but
thought the
hey,
going
but if
rate for
not,
pussy was $40.
if we got to struggle to get to that 250 together, then so fucking be it. We'll get there.
Right.
And once we
God.
get there, you know what I'm saying? We're going to splurge off the
Okay.
250.
Damn.
What about
Okay.
you, B? What do you
Damn, I
think
thought you
that
was gonna skip over me. Go ahead and skip over me.
no?
Y'all know I'm
I don't know. I'm
hey,
trying to hear B. Go
I'm a
ahead.
lover,
Go
you
go
know? So
ahead,
I
B.
love love. Like I love love at any cost. I feel like
Oh hell yeah.
hey, mute your mic.
I'm sorry.
My,
I'm sorry.
Ask
I'll
me the
shut it down.
question. Ask me the question, Talisha.
Okay, what do you feel like makes a relationship work besides money?
A relationship works with communication, trust. I feel like a woman should naturally submit to her man. Steadily like dating, however that looks like for you guys. Um, I think that's like the oh, and I mean everybody likes sex, so you gotta
oh,
be
yeah.
doing that too. So I think that's like the main things outside of money.
Okay. What
Was
about
that a
you,
good
babe?
answer?
It
Yeah.
was. What
For
about you,
me,
babe?
Okay.
it's really being selfless. When it really comes to being in love, you can have all these attributes that everybody been speaking about, and still not be selfless and be selfish in your relationship. There's so
Yeah.
much of yourself that you have to give up when you being with somebody else.
That's
You don't
very
have to give up
true.
the essence of yourself, but it's a lot of stuff that you really have to go and be selfless of that you normally wouldn't. Everybody has these attributes that it should be. You can build a fighter. He can, have $100,000 worth of punch and $60,000 arms, the whole shit. But if you get in there with somebody with some real skill, you can still whoop his ass. We don't live to where we're not being selfless. We're not giving ourselves up. Like for instance, if there's nothing you're going to like 100% about this person,
Yeah.
sticking
I agree with
around,
that.
living in that canoe, being selfless, and still being on the ship when the ship is taking on water. That's being selfless. You're not abandoning the ship. We don't have that anymore. We have it to
Mm-mm.
where as soon as we see like the motor start to clunking, people jump out the car and find another car because
Hey,
the car
do
wasn't
they
even built
really
for them.
care about the captain's problems though?
Yeah, absolutely. You know why they care about the captain's problems? Because they own a boat with this captain. This is what it means for somebody to really follow you.
Okay.
somebody to really. If you the captain of the ship, you're driving the car. So if I'm in the car with Talisha and I'm driving, I'm the captain of the ship right now. She has to trust what I'm doing. That's gonna make sure she gets there safely. And any problems that we
Mhm.
come across, I can deal with, and the ship can help me deal with it.
Mhm.
Like I'm not gonna be able to change a tire and then tend to a 1 year old that needs to be fed in the back of the car if we're in a hot place. If I gotta turn the
Right.
car off and change the tire.
Okay.
Like, hey, no, this rudder is out over here, this tire's out. Let me get out in here and change this real quick. Make sure the kids is cool, play with them so they ain't yelling and screaming, driving you crazy inside this little vessel. Nobody's being selfless anymore. We have 1,000 captains and no shipmates.
Dang, this is
All right.
deep.
Talisha is the captain when it comes to inside this house. When whatever functions going inside this house, groceries, whatever else is going on, she's the captain here. Like, cause she knows she runs the ship here. Outside of the house, I run the ship. I have to make sure
Oh.
shit is right.
I got
So
you.
I'm navigating the waters. I'm making sure that I'm getting out on a little boat and going out. Be like, oh, it's not shallow water over here. We're not gonna fuck up the boat because you're on the boat. You're taking care of what's in the boat. You're part of the shipmate. You know what I'm
Shipmate.
saying? And that
See?
sometimes you're
No,
not always the
I
fucking
need
captain.
shipmate.
No, for real. But sometimes you're not always the fucking captain.
Damn, Aggie.
All aboard.
Man, you
Nah,
feel
but
me?
I hear you for the
Toot
most part.
toot.
I'm not joking.
Hey,
Boardwalk.
Hey, but
Boardwalk.
what I get from that
Walk
is like,
straight, nigga.
so don't be enclosed. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You
don't be
can't be.
enclosed.
You can't be. But you got to be
That's what I got
selfless,
from
bro.
what you
You
said.
cannot be selfish. Like all that shit implies when you talking about that, everybody be like, "Oh, love. Love is a fleeting feeling. It comes and it goes." I don't love Talisha all the time. I be mad at her. I'm not thinking about no fucking love when we arguing. Like, fuck
Yeah,
this
Damn. Wait,
bitch.
hold
yeah.
on, hold on, hold on. No, no, no.
What?
You should
Yes.
always love her even when you mad.
It ain't that, but I'm not thinking
it's
about
it's
love when
it's a
I'm mad.
commitment. It's a
Yeah,
commitment.
it's
It is
Okay.
a covenant. It is a blood covenant. It is a commitment. Like, and we
I'm
believe in
telling
God,
you,
so we
fuck
say
you with
blood
love.
covenant.
oh for
You
That's what
real.
I'm
know,
saying.
and not to say that divorces are not, okay, or merit sometimes are necessary, but I think for me, I asked everybody my thing of it and what I have taken away from being with a man that I had to start from scratch with that didn't have anything when I met him.
Mm.
So
Mhm.
I had to start from something different. I had to love a man that had never even knew what unconditional love was because of how he grew up.
Yeah.
But I knew what it was because of how I grew up. So I feel like with people and relationships, serious relationships and marriages is this is that if you are not willing and you don't have a partner with you, you cannot love a person enough for the both of y'all. So you have to have a person that's going to be in the thick of it with you and love you and grow with you. That is the
In the
only
thick
reason
of
why
it.
I stay with this man, Quincy Jones, and the 17 years we've been together is because
Beautiful.
he has every time I have presented him with a challenge to grow and be better, he has done it. Even if he reluctantly did it, even if he didn't do it right away.
You know
Like
you a
love is
golden goose, right?
patient.
Hey,
Yeah.
Q, you got a golden goose.
Oh, I
I,
know.
I and like when we talk about love, love is patient, love is kind,
Nigga,
love
I
is
did Tai Chi for a
unconditional.
year. You think I want to do Tai Chi?
Yeah, that's discipline. Love is discipline.
Right.
I
Love
make a
is
ball and push to the
discipline.
left. I make a ball and push to the right.
Love is when I don't feel like loving you. When I made this commitment to you, I'm doing it. And some people they have been through divorce or really bad situations, and they compare that bad situation or bad marriage to
And
every
everything else.
relationship they get with, and it robs them of good relationships in the future because they are
Was I not
so
just
hell
saying this
bent on
earlier?
holding on to the bad shit from the past. So
But what if
you know what I'm
but
saying? And Quincy was married before
Hold on,
me.
go ahead, Zoo.
what if it stains you so bad? And I'm touching on what you just said, Talisha. What if it stains you so bad, those past relationships, to where you know for a fact that physically and emotionally you just don't want to deal with those situations again? Because we all know you can go from one relationship, go to the next, and of course, not saying that the next relationship is going to be like the past, but there's going to be certain things that could correlate from the past that could possibly be in your new relationship.
Yeah.
Everything isn't going to
Yeah,
be
everybody has triggers. Everybody
right,
has
right, right.
triggers.
And there's going to be some similarities there as well. So, how do you move forward with that? If you already had that on your mind, knowing that you're not going to go back down that same road that you just came from, to where like it robbed you from whatever happiness that you had, and then you find that, and then you come across somebody that you know you might take a liking to. How do you get over that, knowing the fact that you know this could potentially happen in the next relationship you get in? Not saying
That's
that
where
You have to.
that's
You
where
blocking
that
your
ain't
selfishness
good.
comes in
blessings.
at. That's where
No, no,
Possibly,
selfishness
no.
comes in at.
Listen, you have to be brave.
Don't be
Brave doesn't
scared.
mean
Don't be scared.
that you
Do
lack
it.
fear.
Be
Brave doesn't mean
strong.
you lack fear. Brave doesn't not mean that you don't you're not nervous. Brave means you do it in spite of.
but you know
So
you can be brave and stupid too at the
when we
same
talking
time,
about
man.
love, love is a leap. Love when you really feel like somebody is for you, or you know what I'm saying, is we rocking like that. uh I always tell people, what are you losing if it don't work out?
You can lose a lot.
What are you
The
losing?
time,
Yeah.
So
Time, your
Time
freedom,
spent.
you
so
your
what? You
freedom,
strong.
have
You
fun
was gonna
your
doing it,
be
right?
mind.
you
You
was
have
gonna
fun
be
You know what I'm
having
one.
saying? An
sex.
Money.
arm, a
Your
leg.
mind.
If it don't work
Wait,
out,
wait.
you can
You
lose
have
a
fun
whole leg,
having sex.
your
Y'all
house,
have fun
your
having sex.
kids.
Y'all have fun going do things. Y'all have fun spending money. So you had an experience. Everything is an experience. People take life too serious sometimes. Certain things, yes, you should take serious, like death and like raising your kids, and when you do get married and taking those things serious. But people in your life, they come and they go. And
Man,
I don't want to sound crazy when I say this, but even if me and Quincy don't make it, I'm gonna take everything good from that situation and I'm gonna apply it, and everything bad that I didn't want, I'm gonna apply that too. Like, you can start over at 30, 40, 50, 60 years old. We
60.
right.
take it too goddamn serious, and we make things too permanent and in stone when life goes on. And I hate to
I
say it
got you.
like that and so like, freely like that, but that is what it is. Life goes on, whether you're married or whether you're divorced or whether you're single, and whether the relationship worked out or not, whether your kids love you or not. Life goes on. We be the best person we could be in every subject of our lives. And then if you didn't if you didn't accept it, or if it didn't work out, maybe later on it will, or maybe you'll figure it out in another lifetime and I figure it out in mine. That is what life is,
Right.
and that's what helps me get through journeys. That's what helps a lot of people get through journeys. We take things and we try to hold on to it. Why are you holding on to spilled milk? It's
Yeah.
done. It's spilled.
I
it's
keep
it's, it's already what it
holding
is.
on.
Okay, clean it up. It's over. Let's go on. I'm finna go buy a new carton of milk.
And that
You
new
know what I
carton of
mean?
milk is a
Like,
new relationship, right?
Spoiled.
Can
hey,
y'all read the
relationships are the
comments?
same thing.
Can y'all read
I'm
the
just being
comments?
funny.
Because they in there
Yes.
kind of gassing us a little bit.
Norman says sex is as valuable as money when it comes to partnership. It is. Quincy said, a little Quincy said, be folding under pressure. Oh, God.
Oh my
Saya
God.
said, sex is important, but not the main thing. She said, sex is how we communicate physically only. However, if you can't talk outside of that, there will always be a disconnect. Right. Sex is not everything. Norman says sex is just as important as financial and
It
emotional
is.
support. If you know, you know. And
It
yes,
is
emotional
without.
support is a thing for men too. Let's not forget men.
Yeah. Thank
Norman
thank
said
you.
just
I thank you so much for that. You
That's why we have mental health.
Yeah. Norman said,
Women can't
just
tell us.
pushing past everything and going to just one is dangerous, whether it's financial or sexual. Tanya said, get therapy before you bother someone else. Time always pass. Your get your help. Jim
Telephone
said he
therapy
said
don't count.
60. Jim said 60 is pushing it. But listen,
Yeah,
Oh
I
y'all
my
ain't
did.
mama.
never
I
seen
did. I did.
60s and 70-year-olds getting married and starting new loves or starting new
How you
lives
start a new
or
love when you
getting
about to
Yeah.
die?
degrees.
All right.
Yeah, my cousins did it.
Man.
They probably over Alan Mayfield Sr. He just married my friend's mom, and his wife passed, he grieved, and she been without a man, and they got married, and they living their best life. Their kids is grown, and they ain't got it's just them. So they
In your
Yeah.
rocking.
60s, hey, in your 60s, meeting somebody new.
Wait, what?
In your 60s, meeting somebody new.
Shit, you finna
What?
Yeah.
die. I want love shit
Yeah.
before
No,
I
no,
get out
you
of
not
here.
finna die.
Man, y'all some 60 year
Who
old
finna
liars
die in
then.
their 60s? Who finna die?
60 year old
I'm
liars. Like,
over
I'm just gonna
exaggerating,
settle for
but
you right
but it
now because I only
happens.
got 20 years left.
No, you
No,
could be a
even if you had
senior.
20 years left, when you want to spend it with somebody you love and can have some type of partnership with,
Hell yeah, but
Yeah.
because
you can't
be,
like I wouldn't never mind. I wouldn't push that on nobody in their 60s. Like, hey, get in a new relationship in your
Why
60s.
not though?
listen, we always say that, but this is an era that confuses people and think that being alone is better than being in a companionship when
Mm.
really you need to be
No,
a
I
better
hear that.
person so that you can be in a better companionship. But
Hmm.
people don't want to be better. They rather just stay the same and they rather they don't want to do the work.
Your son
And then
said 60
complain
is
about
pushing
all
it.
the same people they running into.
I see
Your
people all
son
the time in their
said.
60s getting married, remarried, or 70s remarried from a divorce or because
It
their
said,
spouse died.
"What's a love cap?" After 70, you can't meet nobody because
There's
like
no limit.
you gotta build. You
There's no
have to
First
build.
off,
limit.
What you
first off,
talking
on
about?
Family
Like you?
Matters, Carl
All
Winslow's
right.
mom was like 80 years old and found a new
Yeah, there's no
And then what you
Oh,
limit.
building?
a hut.
If you
A
still
hut.
building in your 60s and 70s, what the hell are you doing?
Building.
No, y'all
Hold up. You
not
said,
building.
hold up.
That's
Y'all
like
in
Yo,
whole
Jim
Bill
Jones
different.
and
Gates
that's
has
like
some.
Jim Jones and his
How
girl.
you find
What
somebody in
about
your
them?
80s you been had that person?
You're
Hell
still
no.
building.
No.
Wait, but if
No
it's a
way.
new person,
You
Alki,
can't
if it's
have
a
no
new
new
person,
person in your 80s.
It's
Yes, you
Oh,
hilarious.
okay,
can.
I met
Alki,
somebody
my
new. I'm 80.
grandmama was
Yes, you
dating in
can.
her
Y'all
70s.
niggas
Stop
is
it.
No, but
crazy.
your grandma was
Alki,
wild.
my grandmama was dating.
Your
Shut
grandma was
up.
wild.
First of all, tell
Let's
Christy.
come on now. You saying like she come on, man. Your grandma was
First
wild.
of all, her husband, my
I'm gonna
great,
put my phone on
my,
the floor, man.
How you gonna say her
my
grandma was
late
wild, Petty?
grandfather, my
How
late
the fuck?
Tell the story,
grandfather,
Felicia.
my late grandfather had passed. Okay,
Uh huh.
and my grandmother, my mom's mom,
He was a pimp, huh?
she had a boyfriend. She had an African boyfriend, and she had an American black boyfriend. And after her late husband, this was her second husband, maybe third, I don't know. But the point is, she was older, and she and after my grandpa Smith died, she decided, like 10 years later, she wanted to date, again. And it's okay. Love. Why do we have to stop love at a certain point? Like,
I'm not
don't you
stopping.
not love? Some
So I'm on
women
my
be getting it
deathbed.
in 60s and 70s. I'm telling you right now, my libido is going up. Okay,
Yeah.
up.
Imagine going on a date in your 50s.
And
50s is
I'm gonna
not
be humping
old.
in my 50s and 60s.
I'm out here
Like, what are
dating.
you talking about? My
50.
mom is over 50, and if she was to, separate from her husband, God forbid, she's just supposed to be lonely.
For real, that's what
I
I'm
have
saying. Like, we
nobody
put a cap
to
on that
call
What?
shit.
my own.
Like, she's just supposed to stop searching and,
No one
like,
said that.
you said 50.
I
Yeah,
said,
you
okay.
did put a time limit on it.
All right, you know what? Hey,
Yo,
hey, B,
so you ain't
B,
shit.
B, Ray.
See,
Shit,
you
I'm
did
almost
you
50.
did put the cap on that motherfucker.
I'm
You
almost
ain't
You
50.
almost
did.
50, nigga. You younger
Round
than
it
me.
off.
You is
Round
Hey,
it
not
off to the
over.
yo,
You is
nearest.
not
yo,
Round
almost.
it
yo.
off to the
Hold
nearest.
up, hold up, hold up, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on,
No,
hold on,
you
hold on, hold
younger
on,
than
hold
me.
on.
Don't do me. Cause you doing me. If you doing you, you younger than me.
Nigga,
Hey,
oh.
B, you got stepdad?
I do have a stepdad.
Then she good.
Huh?
Then she good, right? How old is she?
I'm saying if they were to split, you just expect her to just be single and not meet somebody. What if she meet a 70-year-old and they hit it off? Like he not supposed to date because he's 70. He might be physically
Exactly,
fit.
dude.
He's got a stable job. He not sick. Like even through sickness and health, like you might meet your person. You can't just, oh, you
Damn.
old.
Hey, hold up. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm like, all right, if you 60, you gonna meet somebody at
Huh?
60? You gonna meet somebody else at
Oh my God!
60.
See my neighbor just walked out. Taking about. I take offense to that. I'm on live, sir. I'm sorry. I did not. Cause you look good for your age too. We having an
Oh,
open discussion about dating in your 60s and 70s and finding love. And there's people on there saying that's too old, but I said that's not old.
Oh my
Look,
God.
listen,
See
listen,
y'all?
listen,
that's not
listen.
what I,
Hold on.
man.
Listen. Some knowledge for y'all right now. Listen. Okay, go ahead, sir. Hmm.
Else and accept things that
Change.
no that they've been through
Mm-hmm.
because no human experience is separate from the people in front of them.
Wow.
It's hard for
Yes.
people to look at others and say you should take my advice because I've lived through what you're going through, and then there's other people who have been selfish all their lives and they're
Ooh.
alone when they're in their 60s and 70s because they
Mm.
won't
Mm.
be open to
He
other
said
people.
that. How old are you, sir, if you don't mind me
Let him
asking?
finish.
He's 66 and he look good for his age. He's alive, breathing. Like, why would you want this man to find love at his age?
I didn't.
Is that
Right.
the
Damn.
bare minimum? Alive and
Wow.
breathing?
And
Thank
he
you
said
so
I
much.
something
something
said it was
Y'all be
true.
cool,
hard.
sir.
God
Have a
damn.
good
Right?
night.
Y'all ain't even let me finish nothing. All right.
That
Wait,
nigga
Alki,
shit.
but you
He
thinking that
look
it's
good. He
hard.
alive and breathing. I hope he
Just
is. Shit or
imagine being
something.
60 trying to find another 60-year-old. I ain't trying to hear that shit.
Oh my God. Dang,
Wait
Alki,
a
I'm
You'll
so
find
minute.
it
proud of
on
you.
bingo. You gotta go to
Hey,
bingo.
why did
That's
Visa?
all.
Why did
You know what?
first off,
Alki,
soon as you
shut
going
up.
to hell, that nigga said, go to
That shit would be
bingo.
hard than a motherfucker.
Wait, Alki, it's not that hard in your
It's
late.
easy to go
You know
What?
bingo,
why?
man.
Because people
If
What?
you
are
get a
done
nigga on
playing
bingo, that's gonna be
games.
your
To
date.
find a woman?
That's your date
Like,
right there.
I'm lucky because, like, I'm about to be loved, about to have 8 of my kids. But I'm just
Oh
saying,
Oh
in the
my
my
This
future,
nigga's
God.
a
run,
Oh my
nerd.
Alki,
God.
like, being
stop.
60 would be
Why
crazy.
did he throw
Trying to
that out
find
there?
somebody.
Y'all
Alki,
gonna have a pot of pork to
stop.
go with that or what?
Because
Eight.
she up in here. I got to.
Let's see up in here. That
I'm
nigga
in
telling
He
there like
all
said
the
eight.
swimwear.
business.
Like one,
Okay,
two, three,
go
four, five, six,
move
seven,
on.
eight.
What about Cardi B? What happened to Cardi? Zoo Samuels. What happened to Cardi?
We way past 2 hours. We gonna talk about that one on the next show.
Oh my God, this
Let's get back to these
See?
12 keys y'all talking about having.
I don't know.
that's crazy. Nah,
Hell
change
That
the
yeah.
nigga said he
subject.
finna have
You're about to
8
have two
Thanks
out.
to stop it.
Change the subject.
I'm
2 hours.
so sorry.
Let's
I
talk about
didn't
this
mean to
Cardi
say
B
that.
thing before we get off of
I
here, man.
apologize for my discretion, everybody.
Let's talk about
Is
this Cardi B
intrusive
thing.
thoughts.
Hold on,
Intrusive
man. Hold on,
thoughts.
hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me bring this up. You niggas is wild. Here we
So
go.
before
The
y'all
house.
go on to the set, before y'all move on to the
We
next
already
subject, I
doing
just
it.
want to
We
wrap it
already
up and
doing it.
say
We
this.
already doing it. We don't.
Okay, can I
No,
say
we
this
already
before you
doing it.
wrap it up?
We
Because I'm
already
gonna be
doing
quiet
it.
after this.
No, because
I
We
promise you.
wrapping up, talking
I'm
about
gonna be
babies.
quiet after this.
Wrapping it up, boys.
we already got
Wrap
the
it up.
picture up there.
I just want to say this real quick, y'all. Hey,
Huh.
It's not gonna
don't
be quick.
get caught up in what love is supposed to supposedly look like. Love is in so many different forms. It's the best love is about honesty, transparency, communication, and being committed every single day. Because love is and relationships are hard.
Every day.
So
Gotcha.
it's
Mm-hmm.
it's it's a it's a job. and it truly is where you have a mirror in front of you telling you how you can be better. And if you get mad at the
Right.
person when they're putting that mirror in front of you on how you need to be better, you don't need to be with you.
Right. And you're
True.
right.
True. I feel the same way.
The comments is hilarious. They said alive
I'm
and
down with
breathing.
y'all. Alive
you
and
said
breathing because that's what
you
you
said
I
said.
look,
told I told the man he
he
alive and
look nice, he
breathing.
alive and breathing. Like,
I'm happy,
ah
alive, and
fuck.
breathing.
And then got a post, sign him up.
Ah, that's hella funny.
Hell no.
We're gonna speak about this situation though.
Huh.
This is
Cardi
I
B.
hope y'all know that was a publicity stunt. Why y'all
Rumor
be
has it
believing
that she laid up with Offset.
publicity stunt? Y'all fell for it. That girl dropped a single, all that. Y'all think Offset was gonna let that fly?
Okay, so that this I'm
So are they not?
okay,
Did
so
she not break up with old boy?
Either or.
Talisha, they was never together.
huh?
That was PR. Y'all don't know? I'm going to school for this, y'all.
Nope.
I didn't know that
Okay,
that
so
was
look,
PR.
let's break it down to this point.
All right, go ahead.
Hold up, though. Let's break it down like this. Does this not even, hold on, listen. Does this not happen in everyday society?
Yes,
Regardless if this was PR or not, we don't know for sure or not. But does this happen in everyday
it
society?
does.
It does.
And this is the message that a lot of young women, this is the message that a lot of young women get up in their heads, make it seem like this is the type of relationships that are this is how it's supposed to be like. Our young brothers, you know what I'm saying? Make it seem like this is the type of relationship how relationships are supposed to be like. This is what get publicized more than you know what I'm saying. The day with Al Green and Marvin Gaye days and shit like that. The doo wop days and shit like that. When they fucking publicized nothing but love. In so many ways, we didn't have to have a lot of money to fucking go to some random female porch and serenade a fucking song. That's all you had to do. You didn't have to have 250. Just go serenade shit. But this is the
I just
message these days, which it just doesn't trickles down to the relationships. It also affects the kids that are involved in the middle of this type of shit. So when I addressed this and I wanted to talk about it, it was all fine and dandy when Cardi was doing her thing and shit like that from vast majority of women that was seeing Cardi B, whatever the case was. My my whole thing in the matter, it wasn't about her relationships, what she was going through, or nothing like that. It's all about how it affects the kids. The kids is in the middle of it. The kids
right.
got to see it, put it in the wrong
I
light,
think people
all on
get
social media, and you know what I'm saying? It's
they
out
I think people get being a fan and reality confused.
Yep.
I would never cheer on Cardi
mixed
B
up.
like, oh, I'm
Yes,
so happy she
every day.
found this and I love her. I don't love Cardi B. I don't love any artist that I don't
We
know.
don't
I
even
think a
know
lot of
him.
people. I think I
We
don't
don't
love
even know the
Offset.
woman.
I don't love
That
the
really don't make
football
sense.
player. Like I don't. But what I don't understand is people get so invested into these people's lives to where they arguing about it. Like, hey, first off, and I mean this wholeheartedly, fuck Cardi B situation. Like nigga, like whatever you do with your pussy is what you do with your pussy, and who you choose to give
Ugh.
it to.
And that
Hey man,
video,
fuck
Yeah,
you.
like, hey, do you give a fuck about who your favorite rapper married to? For real?
No, make
Yes,
long
y'all
long
do.
as you ain't
no,
fucking
not
up
Beyonce.
the
at all.
music.
Aw, y'all ain't.
Beyonce, what?
Alright, nigga. Alright.
Y'all all love
Alright.
We don't
Beyonce.
care who she married to.
Fuck about.
Y'all know goddamn Beyonce.
Right.
Okay, listen. I think that there's a group of people. There's a group of people for everything. And I think for people like y'all who don't care, there's a group of people for y'all,
That
and
do
there's a
care.
there's a majority of people who do, and that's what keep the blogs
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of men and
But,
women who care about
but,
Beyonce and Jay
Hmm.
Z
right, right.
or whatever the case may
I get
be.
that.
But
I can
the
get that,
whole
right?
Cardi B situation,
That shit's so stupid. Say it ain't stupid.
the yeah, the whole Cardi B situation is this. They baby mama, or actually not even baby mama, baby daddy. They're an ex-wife and ex-husband going through some shit and dating. She's
Under
dating,
a
he's
scope.
dating. He's been dating even when they was married. So like they're going through the whole rigmarole, and he's with it. He likes the spotlight, and he likes that's why he keeps responding.
You said rigmarole? I'm about to
The
make that a
Sir,
song.
rigmarole,
The rigmarole.
rigor, the rigor mortis is when people dead.
I,
Yeah, that
man,
will.
you
you
stood,
So
cold.
man.
I like your lingo. Go ahead.
So I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Like they going through that whole thing, like, who cares? Like at the end of the day, nobody I'm not having sex with neither of them niggas. I don't have no babies by them or nothing like that. Like they're going to do what they do. She gonna date and do what they do. They're gonna end up back together, as a matter of fact. And she's
You think?
probably pregnant.
You think?
Yeah. So
I
Hey, my
doubt
baby.
it.
I'm just saying how everything's going. Let me tell you a female that didn't want to be with that her husband no more. Paula Patton, when she
Hey,
didn't want to be with Robin Thicke no more, that
Robin
nigga made
Thicke.
a whole album and did a whole whole like what is
You
it,
left
tour.
that
hey,
nigga.
Robin Thicke is
And that
hard.
nigga did, and she did not get back with that nigga at
Pause.
all. That
No,
nigga
she
married a
left
whole
that. He
nother
named his
woman
whole
now.
album after her.
Yeah, he
She's the
just did
kind of girl
a
you wanna
rehab about
marry.
it.
There is nothing sweeter. I got the
Lost
sweetest.
without you.
Man, that's my shit. That's my shit.
Like, hey, that's life. I'm gonna tell y'all something.
Damn.
This shit ain't new to me.
Why
I
you
got
bring up
four
Robin
older
Thicke? Why
siblings
you do
that have
that?
been married multiple times, had crazy baby mama, baby daddy stories, cousins, aunties, uncles, like people, you know what I'm saying, who done got divorced and back married. Like, I got like this is nothing new to me what I see in this news about these celebrities. Like we gotta know they live regular lives like us. It just gets amplified, and a lot of that stuff be
Hell no, we need to
exaggerated.
share this shit to our peers. Fuck these celebrities, man. Fuck these celebrities. They got money. Like, we
Right.
need to share this shit to our peers. You feel me?
Well, look, y'all, we is coming to the end. It is 22 minutes past the
This nigga
motherfucking
was saying we
time.
done.
To the end.
2 hours out this motherfucker.
Thanks for having
Man,
me.
I
Felicia,
got an
you the
appointment
greatest.
with a cat.
Oh my God, I want to hear that.
A bald cat.
A ball
Tell
cat.
me,
Nigga
Hey,
said, well,
that's
this is
the
coming
cat
to an
from
end.
Austin Powers. I got
222.
got an appointment.
okay. Well, have a good time, you guys.
Quincy,
I will.
damn, why would you say something
Hey,
like that? You
what's the
just
cat's
cut it
name from
short.
Austin
Like,
Powers?
what?
Mr.
Yeah.
Wigglesworth.
Quincy didn't even come to like no conclusion. He didn't do no
Nope.
Jerry
He didn't.
Springer
No,
bringing
no.
in.
Ended on Wigglesworth.
You
Said,
Man,
finna knock your
it's
socks
coming to
off.
an
Shout out to
end.
that hat. Shout out to
man,
that hat.
you feel me?
Shout out to
Wait,
that.
before we go though, I want to hear what
Oh shit.
I want to hear what Zoo Samuel's got to say about the Cardi B thing.
Yeah, hell yeah. Dust off the cardigan.
Well, I'll tell y'all what, you guys saw
Oh,
it for. I'll
Oh,
tell
you in
y'all
the
what.
Matrix.
Tune into the next episode and we'll talk all about it.
There we go. Y'all be
Can y'all hear
easy,
me now?
man. Thank you, everybody who tuned in.
You about to-
Q hella mad.
yeah.
I'm not mad. Shit, I got an appointment. Fuck you, I'm gonna be mad.
Wait a minute, what did Zoo say?
We don't
he,
know,
he
bro.
got
We're
an
gonna talk
appointment
about it in
Can
the
too.
next
y'all hear me?
episode. Now we can, yeah.
Everybody got an
We
appointment.
can hear you.
I said just tune into the next episode. I said tune into the next episode. We're gonna talk about it.
Damn, now we can hear you. That's crazy.
Damn.
All right. Well, Talisha, I
Well, y'all
guess you
be
didn't get.
easy. Thank you, everybody, for who tuned in tonight.
Love you.
Hopefully, you getting your socks blown off. You see the hat.
Hell yeah. I'm about to be on B Love line. Yep. 8 babies.
Call me baby. Love y'all.
Y'all be easy,
Hey,
man.
so
Make sure y'all tune into the Full Cup Podcast, Breaking the Cycle. We're gonna be on a new time, on a new day, same time next week.
Bye T. Good
Thank you for all
night.
the guests who came in tonight. My boy Alki Dash,
Good
Speak
night,
Love,
y'all.
Talisha with the T. Thank you everybody
good
who
night,
tuned in
black
tonight.
people.
Y'all be easy. Who eating? God damn, fucking it up.